In the name of Magnus.
What campaign do I want to play? Hey, Hoppit, how you doing? Hoppit, what do you think we should play? I'm kinda... Oh, you started playing Mordheim Sticks and Stones? Dude, that's sick. When in doubt, go to the random button. Wait, there's a random button? There is a random button. Nope, not playing Norska. Nope.
My blade is
Nope.
red. Face
Nope.
me.
I can be down for Greases. It's like literally giving me all the characters that I've already been playing the hell out of lately. I hear this is where the cool kids are hanging out. That's what I hear too. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm kind of down to play ogres. I'm kind of down to play lizardmen. I'm kind of down to play Nurgle. Lizardman could be good. Well, there's no point in playing Norska when Norska's getting like a big update in like 38 days or whatever it is. Yeah, I'll play lizards. I don't think I've played I don't think I've played Krokgar, Tic-Tac-Toe, or Nakai in a really long time. Don't want to play lizards. Yeah, sure, I'm down to play lizards, but hold on. If I'm gonna play lizardmen, I'm gonna play lizardmen right. And the way you play lizardmen right is with the mod to make the Coatl not look terrible. So hold on. Let me fix the Coatl. And then I'm all good to go. There we go. Where is it? It's here. There we go. Boop. Gotta have the Coatl mod. Because the one that Creative Assembly, man, that's the easiest evidence. Man, if y'all are ever in an argument about like, oh, Sotek only says nice things about CA, just be like, man, have you ever gotten him going on a Coatl discussion? That man loses his shit. I wish Tic-Tac-Toe was a legendary hero. Yeah, I agree, to be honest. I agree. I don't think Tic-Tac-Toe should have been a legendary lord. I think he should have been a legendary hero. I think he would have had so much more use and mileage as a legendary hero. Like, I like his start position. I like his mechanics. It's just, he's such a humble character. But I mean, that's okay though. Not every character needs to be a big deal. You know, I feel like Tehinuin kind of takes the role of like the Skink Chief character, like the combat Skink Chief character Oxiodal is like, you know, your chameleon skink range skink character. And then, yeah, Tic-Tac-Toe would have been a good legendary hero. He would have, honestly. Anyway. Yeah, let's play Krokgar. I haven't played Krokgar. I haven't played Krokgar in a really long time. But, you know what? I'm going to do this. I haven't played Krokgar or Nakai in a silly long time. But I also haven't played Tic-Tac-Toe in a super long time. So let's do this. I got a D20 here. And I'm going to roll it because it makes my life easier. I'm going to roll this here D20. And if I get a 1 through... Oh, who flattened me already? Good lord. If I get a 1 through... Yeah, we'll do it this way. A 1 through 7, I will do Krokgar. If I get an 8 through 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. If I get a 8 through 14, I will do Nakai. And if I get a 15 through 20, I'll do Tic-Tac-Toe. That way it's fairly balanced because Tic-Tac-Toe was the one I'm the least interested in playing. So he has a 1%, or not a 1%, but he has a slightly worse chance of being rolled. So let's see what we get. A 5. We're playing Krokgar. Krokgar it is, baby. Cool. Makes that easier. All right, that looks good. I am not going to bother with an in-game scenario because I find those kind of annoying. Well, I guess I could leave them. Nah, I'll turn them off. It's fine. I don't really like the in-game scenarios. So yeah, we're good. I just don't find them very compelling. Also, now is the moment where I will look and see where everyone, say hi to everyone who has shown up for the stream already. So, I want to say good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you may be in the world. Welcome to the stream to Hobbit, Castrated, Canuckle87, Tech27SS, Lich Lord Chris, Total War Dad. Also, I'm glad to hear that, Total War Dad. I hope you're having a good time with Three Kingdoms. Living Legend, Mr. Vorn, of course. Castrated, I may have already said that, but hello again. Shir Jin, good to see you. Dino Man, what's
Dynamo
up?
95
We've
cheered.
also
X100.
got...
Apologies if you did answer this yesterday and I missed it. But
I did.
What are the mental / physically impacts of
Oh
the
wait,
Kraken
no, I
on
didn't.
Loki?
Not that particular.
I know he's
I forgot.
crazy,
I
but
missed your
like, how
follow-up question.
exactly is he's crazy?
Also, on the YouTube side, welcome to Sticks and Stones by Focal King, Mr. Micah Man, simply better than you, very humble, Trippin' Turtle, Love the Tubo 1, Siriesco, Inquisitor Thomas, Great Book of Grudges, Sambar, Oakengard, Joby Juan Jabroni, Crimson Baron, Declan Star, Quaddle, and Pormesia. Good to see you all. Biofoot, hosting AOS training session soon, as you in VOD. I am about to start studying AOS stuff so I can begin my training session for playing the AOS Path to Glory. I assume there was no intent or desire for me to stream it because I had not made that any form of preparation. So hopefully that is what everyone is on the same page that I am. I figured nobody would want me to stream it. But if anyone wants me to stream it, I'm open to the idea. If anyone wants matches to be streamed. Like, I don't think a lot of people would be interested in watching it, but some people might. Just some good old tabletop games. What's our starting trait here? Confident? Okay, not bad. Not bad. I can work with confident. Am I excited about Star Series Ruin? Dude, I'm so excited for Star Series Ruin, man. Oh, Diamond, to answer your question, we don't know. I would say the answer is yes. The answer, it's not officially confirmed anywhere like explicitly written. Well, actually, no. I think there's a note that ever since Lokir is put on the helm, he has become more barbaric's not the word. He's become more cruel. But Total War takes it a step further by further developing his appearance. If you actually look at Lokir Felhart's appearance, he has those like horrific red eyes. That's not like a glasses, or like a lens. That's just what his eyes look like now. And also, you can actually see his neck under his helmet, and he's really pale. Like even by Dark Elf standards, he is grotesquely pale. It has definitely deeply affected his body, and his psyche. How exactly isn't very well known, but the Kraken helm has changed him, beyond a shadow of a doubt. It's also made him borderline invincible. It's very hard to kill him, because the only way to actually reliably kill him is you basically have to destroy the helm, or you have to cause so much damage to his body that he won't regenerate, which is really difficult. Hey, what's up, Malfon? Mods, can we get a shout out for Brighter Malfon? How was your stream yesterday, my dude? Sorry I couldn't stay for long. Had to go catch the movie, especially because there was a giant fuck you level thunderstorm outside yesterday. So I was driving in like extreme, just absolute fucking downpour of rain. But I got there. Pormesia, thank you very much for the super Green Sotex, what's your thoughts about the new Marauders and the new Arcane Journal? So excited. Do you think we have a chance to see new Chaos Dragon and Chaos Troll minis? Yes, I saw them in the background art. I'm extremely excited. I am extremely excited about that book. I thought they were done. I thought we were just gonna get Dawn of the Storm Dragon and the War of Settra's Fury, and that was it. That was the end of the edition. The fact that they're like, nope, we're still going, and we're getting a part 2 to the Cathay invasion storyline with the Wasteland and Marienburg is really interesting. But the new, oh my god, dude, the new Marauders look incredible. I need to make a video about that. I keep forgetting. Which reminds me, oh man. So y'all know there's been some comments on some of the videos. You know, there's been opinions. But as I was getting ready for the stream, I'm trying to get back into like actually like reading comments when I have time, especially when the videos are fresher, because those ones tend to have like actual comments of interest instead of just people like saying insane shit. But there was this one guy, I just have to call out because it made me laugh, who basically went into me talking about I'm excited about there finally being a Lizardmen Black Library book. And he said something to the effect of like, I bet this is another sponsored video, and like all of your other ones, I bet you're not gonna announce it that it's sponsored. And it's like, sir, that's illegal. And there's certain stipulations to a sponsored thing, but like, so like, if CA wants me to sponsor a game segment, for instance, like they did for the multiplayer series, then I have to say in those videos, which I do in those streams, that hey, these streams were sponsored by Creative Assembly as part of the 25th anniversary yada 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 yada, which was a sponsorship that I signed up for in like, oh man, I don't even remember how many months ago. It was a lot of months ago. Arkard, hey, what's up, dude? Thanks so much for the raid. Arkard, I'm so happy to see you. I hope you're doing well, dude. I know you gotta go get food. Please enjoy your breakfast or lunch or dinner or whatever it may be. But thanks so much for the raid. Arkard's a great guy. If we could get a shout out for him. Arkard's an absolute goat. I adore that man. He's so wonderful. I've gotten to enjoy having some chats with him, and they've been fantastic every time. Anyway, so that just made me laugh because it's like it's such a like a like I can totally understand if someone doesn't like me for whatever reason, but it's like, does it have to be like conspiracy theory level shit? Like, can we keep it like grounded, like reality? Anyway, anyone that's joining us to the raid, hello there. Hi, if you don't know me, I'm Loremaster of Sotek, considered one of the premier authorities on Warhammer Fantasy lore and literature. I do a lot of stuff involving Warhammer Fantasy and Age of Sigmar especially, but I also do anything that relates to Warhammer Fantasy. I've been involved in fan movie projects, in the roleplay system, in the video games, in the reading through all the books and the novelization and yada yada yada. So if you have any questions about Warhammer Fantasy or just enjoy and love Warhammer Fantasy, then you've come to the right place, and we hope you enjoy yourself. Please do not feel obligated to stay though. If you're joining from the raid, feel free to just head out if you got other things you are interested in doing today or whatever, and no offense or upsetting spaghetti will be taken. And I hope you all have an absolutely lovely day. Please take care of yourselves, and thanks so much for coming by as part of the raid. But if you have any questions about Warhammer or any of that stuff, or Total War, or any of those things, feel free to hang out. And if you really enjoy this kind of stuff, then maybe consider dropping us a follow and hanging out with us going forward. Where I'm having a very exciting day because Games Workshop announced that they're, to my genuine shock, are doing a goddamn Lizardmen book. Like a full, well, Seraphon, but a full Lizardmen book published by Black Library, which I genuinely never thought I would say those words. I thought those words would never leave my mouth. Because the idea of Black Library doing a book with a full set of non-human protagonists is insane.
Dynamo
And I'm so excited.
X100. Clearly the long-term Warhammer fan who named his channel after a Lizardman god could not possibly be excited by the prospect of a Lizard and POV book without being paid.
Bro, I wish Black Library did sponsorships. I don't think they even do that. I've never even heard of them doing that. They tend to be kind of not hipping with it, so to speak. It's a good way to promote like things you're doing. Like a lot of internet life these days works through that system. Like if you have a new video game or something, you can hire like streamers to promote it by playing it on stream and yada yada, and like that's a normal part of the ecosystem. That's how most like full-time streamers live and survive. But yeah, GW is not about that life. They're like, pay people. Yeah, Harabek, I actually realized I was like, how do I know Adrian Tchaikovsky? Because it's like I hadn't read the Gene Stealer book, but for some reason I knew his name, and I was struggling to remember, and it finally occurred to me he had appeared, I'm pretty sure, on the Rookery podcast with Andy Law and Lindsay Law and the Lawhammer crew. And as part of the podcast, he came on and did a episode about how to write books and roleplay supplements and novels about non-human races and like very alien species and concepts. I totally forgot about my skinks and just left them out there to die. Sorry, guys. And it was like, oh shit, yeah, that guy. Like, he's literally perfect for this. So I'm very excited for what he's gonna do with that book. I think it's gonna be pretty goated. Alex Lowe, thank you so much for the 53 months. Hi, hello. Morning to Crescent. Are priests in Warhammer just sponsored by their deity? Are blessings just request like, comment, and subscribe? Yeah, kind of. Yeah, actually. There's a treatise in the Liber Chaotica that was written by, it was either written by Volans or Grand Theogonist Volkmar the Grim. I think it was written by Volkmar. But basically what it goes on about is that one of the theories that he has is that gods come to humanity and offer them blessings as kind of part of a feedback loop of that gods desire worship and like souls and everything. And the best way to get that is by demonstrating their power. And the best way to demonstrate their power is to answer prayers and bless people that believe in them. So it's this like natural feedback system of people pray to the gods for power and deliverance and miracles, and the gods are more likely to answer and intervene if they believe that by doing so it will demonstrate their power in a way that will not only reward that person for their faith, but will also be likely to increase the amount of people that believe in them that witness it, which is a really interesting theory. Now, it's an in-universe character speculating on the nature of the gods, so you have to take it with a grain of salt. You know, don't just be like, oh, well, that's just how it works, because it's more of like a character speculating on theology, but it's really, really cool. It's just really cool. Pormesia, thank you for the super chat. What do you think the next step is for the old world? I assume that Spinecracker's Corone Siege will see maybe a Bretonia mini update. I agree. And Pormesia, God forbid, if GW has any kind of heart or a brain, then we will get the Siege of Corone, which, if I'm going to predict the story, I am predicting that King Lewin Orcslayer is going to win the big northern greenskin conflict. So I think he's going to defeat Warboss Spinecracker, because Warboss Spinecracker is not actually a playable greenskin special character. He's currently like kind of important in the story, but I think he's going to die in that big battle. And the thing that's gonna happen is that's gonna lead to either the Goblin special character or the Shaman special character kind of being able to like take over and start leading the Horde elsewhere. But in any event, the big thing that I think is gonna happen is that King Lewin and his allies are gonna win that fight. And it's gonna be costly though, and it's gonna build up to what I really hope GW is gonna do, which is what I really hope they're gonna do is they're gonna have King Lewin end up making, or Cetra's invasion is going to continue, and Cetra is going to successfully invade Bretonia, and when he does, Cetra will face off with the king, and Cetra will kill the king, is what I'm praying will happen. Like, my biggest hope is that Cetra will face off with King Lewin Orcslayer and Cetra kills him. And once Cetra has killed him, Cetra will say, like, my wrath has been sated and I will now leave. And basically pieces out. Because I want Cetra to do something big and important. And hopefully get a new mini. But I think Games Workshop would be genuine fools, which they sometimes are, so this wouldn't surprise me that much. But if we get a Bretonia update, which I think we should, I think they would be very silly not to give us a new unit of Bretonian Knights. That's like the bare minimum I'm hoping for. Like the bare minimum I'm hoping for is a new knight kit of like Grail Knights. New Grail Knights would be so hot. Or like new Grail Knights would be cool. Or new oh god, like new Grail Knights would be S tier. New Knights of the Realm on horseback, new errant knights or questing knights, or like a kit that could like build multiples. Just something would make me so happy. Or hell, give us like actually, you know what? I think I'd rather have more javelin skinks. I would also be more than happy to take like maybe more like a regular unit of Pegasus Knights would be great. There's a lot of things I could do. There's never a stream announcement on Discord. There wasn't? Oh, I typed it up and I didn't hit enter. Whoops. It's there now. My bad. No, don't shame me. Hope you're all doing well today. Oh, quick heads up, by the way. Quick heads up. I've already announced this on the Lorebeards Discord. Two things. Number one is that there is no Lorebeards tomorrow. There's no Lorebeards tomorrow. It has been moved to Monday. Lorebeards has been moved to the to not tomorrow, but Monday the day after. Because due to scheduling conflicts. I know that's not probably ideal for everyone, but and it's also going to be at like the Wednesday night time. We're still doing the Witch Hunter episode. It's just happening at a different time. I do apologize in advance for anyone that inconveniences. But unfortunately, like, me and Andy are both really busy tomorrow, but we're busy at like different times. Power Scrubber, thank you so much for the 29 months. I really appreciate it. Hermesia, thank you for the super chat. New Knights Errant questing knight kits would be really awesome, and a plastic Dazzle Self Prophetess. Yeah. How's it going? It's going pretty good today. I'm really happy about the new Seraphon book coming out. The fact that we're getting like a main story that's focused on and telling the tale of the Lizardmen is something I never thought I would get to say. And the fact that it's happening is kind of blowing my mind. And I'm really happy and really excited because it's just a really big deal for anyone that's a Lizardman fan, because we're finally being like, we're finally getting something actually for once, which is wild, and just really exciting. So I'm in a really good mood. I'm in a really good mood. How's the what? What do you mean the new voice? Giga Gogantes, thank you for the 50 months. That's a big old number there, my dude. That is a serious big number. Why don't we switch to... Let's speed up research rate a little bit. What do you think the odds of getting an old world Lizardman book? Anytime like super soon, basically 0. And sometime maybe in like the next 3 to 5 years, like a 40-50% chance. Damn, Skaven. Let's ambush. We're gonna go up to the bridge, but we're not gonna cross it. Okay, we're gonna get a... Gonna upgrade Tail to Quaff first. And then we're gonna get a growth building at the Golden Tower, just to hopefully get things up and running. What's the ones of magic here? It is blowing. Okay. Okay, I don't think we need to keep research rate. Let's go to alignment of... do I want war or crafting? 20 growth is... yeah, we'll do growth, because I really want to get the golden tower to tier 3. Actually, we should probably get to 20 units sooner rather than later. Because if we do, then we can start popping spawning sequence stuff. You said Throt would get... oh! That's... that's a bit more of a complex thing. Just, that's a bit more of a complex thing. Okay, cool. Let's do now. I would like... yeah, let's get spawning. And I'll wait for spawning to finish before I activate my, right. That way we maximize our chances of getting a good result. Because if we wait 4 turns, we'll get 50% more than we would have. Yeah, it wasn't canceled. I got them. I need to re-listen through them because I like some of them and I didn't like others. So I need to re-listen through them and work some stuff out over there. This temple is mine now. But I would rather you come out and let me kill you in the open field. That would make me very happy. But I did not have to come in there and get you. The bot's dead? What a surprise. Damn bots. Hello, I saw a spell from a short list that was like a tornado, but without the light with big AoE? A tornado without light and a big AoE. The closest thing I can think of to what you might be describing would be maybe the so if you play a campaign with Nakai, if you go high enough up on the Sholanka tree, there is a army ability he gets where it spawns like what look like a group of like a trio of tornadoes that like go out and like hit a bunch of people. That might be what you're thinking of. See, what blessing do I... Hanchi is so weird. The double experience against Dark Elves is so silly to me. Flex Kodal is god tier if you're using a character as an agent. Quetzal's pretty good. Chotek's probably the best. Because, I mean, hit points are hit points. Yeah, let's go Chotek on you. Like, the fire damage, I could take or leave. Because, I mean, I'm trying... Of all the spells I could think of that cause tornado effects, there's Wall of Wind and Fire, which is the Cathay Yang spell, which creates like a big set of fire tornadoes that go over that way. There's the big Laura Fire spell that creates a giant fire tornado. There's the Zinch tornado spell where you pick an area and it makes a bunch of little Zinch tornadoes go out around it. There's also there might be a Eshin spell that does something like that. There's a pretty high number actually of tornado effects in the game. Okay, for our priest, we'll do Quetzal because he could use the extra armor, but I think I'd rather get him more spells right now. Yeah, it could be Tempest from High Magic as well. Man, there's a lot of tornado effect spells when I really think about it. Okay, I have 250 spawning sequence points. Ooh, I can get some pretty cool shit for that amount. What do I want in Krokar's army? Ooh, some horned ones would be really cool. Blessed horned ones hit like a fucking truck. But I could also get like, Bless Carnosaur is the, yeah, that's the 100 speed Carnosaur that boys fast as fuck. Hey, Ecto, what are you doing? Beavers or fish? I don't think that's right. I don't. What is your argument on that one? Quick chat, someone flatten me so the VTuber fans aren't frightened. Hi, good to see you, Ecto. Oh god, Ecto's so amazing, y'all. Y'all have no, she is like the most adorable person in, like, well, like, I mean, there's a horror vibe, like she, like there's some how do I say this, diplomacy, she's amazing and she's super cool, and some of the stuff she has is a little spooky, but she also has like the cutest fucking laugh you'll ever hear in your life, and I adore her. She's amazing. I saw you had a good time with MGS3. It looked, I need to play through Metal Gear Solid at some point in my life because I don't understand it. So I need to play. It makes me feel old because I'm like, I don't understand what's going on. But I hope you had a great stream. For anyone raiding in, if you don't know me, hi, hello there. I am Loremaster of Sotek. I'm considered one of the premier authorities on Warhammer fantasy lore and literature. Right now I'm playing Total War Warhammer, which is a game about Warhammer. It's a strategy game. But anything that has to do with Warhammer fantasy, I am probably involved in some way, shape, or form. I have a lot of vampires and ratmen declaring war on me right now because they're just being rude. But I am playing the Lizardmen with the legendary Krokar. Yeah, we're just having a good, cool time. I've been busy with a lot of work stuff, so I haven't really had time to just chill and play. And now I finally can. Also, actually, hold up. Ecto fans, y'all want to see something really funny? I commissioned a piece of art about Ecto in fantasy. Oh god, where did I put it? Hold on. Let me see if I can, it should be in here. Oh god. Oh geez, where did I put it? Hold on. I have a meme about her. I have a meme about Ecto. Hold on, I can find it. Oh, who did I commission for that? It was it Bones? No, it wasn't Bones. Fuck. It's a funny piece. Oh, good God, where did I put it? Did I commission Dog for that one? Scroll. Nope, that was the Grimmy piece. Oh my God, who did I commission for this? Oh man, I've commissioned so much art. Oh god, the amount of money that I'm seeing that I've spent. Oh god. Oh no. This is terrible. Where did I put it? It's frustrating because I can think of the style of the artist. I can't remember his name. No, it wasn't Jet. No, it wasn't him. fucking... God, son of a bitch. Where did I put it? I had to, like, move a bunch of files around, so... Wait, is it in here? Nope, that's where I should have put it if I was smart. Is it in here? Nope. Wow. This does not reflect well on my organizational skills in any way, shape, or form. And of course, I didn't... Hold on. Now I'm getting mad at myself. I have to find this. I have to find this. I know I can do it. I know, I believe in myself. I can do this. Hold on. Hold on. I promise it's worth it. So, there is... For anyone that doesn't know, Skaven are a horrible race of ratmen that exist in Warhammer Fantasy. And they're very comical, but like in kind of a really fucked up way, where if you like actually zoom in and pay attention to what they're doing and what they're like, there's like, oh, these are like the most horrible evil creatures ever seen. But they're also very funny because they're goofballs and they're super paranoid and constantly are terrified of everything backstabbing them, but they're also like super megalomaniacal. But so I was like, oh, I should commission a piece of like Ecto talking to a Skaven. But then it occurred to me I could do better because there's an undead Skaven by the name of Scretch Half Dead. And so he's undead, which Ecto is like a zombie and like a super cute little rat zombie herself. So I was like, oh, this is perfect. Oh, I just actually found the picture of when I saw Ecto at I went to her meet and greet at Offguy. Anyway, that's not what I wanted. But so I got this piece commission because Scretch Half Dead is a zombie rat, just like her. But he's also a pirate captain. So he's an undead ratman zombie pirate captain. And he's fucking hilarious because despite the fact that he's undead, instead of being like a loyal undead minion to the vampire lord that leads the Galleon's Graveyard, which is like a hellish underworld where all dead things in the ocean are drawn to, he instead is still basically addicted to the Skaven's version of like, if you took crack cocaine and mixed it with plutonium, you'd create this magical shit called warpstone, and that's basically what they use as currency.
Yes, yes.
But they also like to eat it.
Good. I accept your offering for Molder Clan.
And also crush it up into fine dust, which they snort.
Donated £5 through Super Chat.
And, you know,
Sotek sifting through all his art commissions looking for a specific piece. Well, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions.
Shut. How dare you? Leave me alone. Don't bully me. Oh my god. And I know. Oh, I found it. Ah ha ha. Ye of little faith. Ye of little faith. I found it. Bam. Nailed it. So, there we go. So, it's Ecto meeting Scratch Half Dead. And it's also Ecto doing the I had it saved on my phone because it was so funny to me. But it was when Ecto did the boy smell meme. There we go. I found it. I was gonna be really upset if I couldn't find it. I was really proud of this piece. It turned out really well. It was money well spent. And now I'm choking on water. Yep, that was good. Who was that by? That was by Moonbones. Oh, it was by Bones. I should have known that. God. My brain, dude. My brain. Excuse me. That was water down the wrong pipe. Also, Baron Bastard, thanks for the super chat. And Prometheus, thank you for the super chat. What is that second one? Speaking of undead, why did Nagash not turn Skaven undead? He did. Nagash resurrected a lot of Skaven into being undead, but killing large amounts of Skaven and resurrecting large amounts of Skaven is more difficult than resurrecting humans. Because Nagash, the great necromancer, who created, oh, you know what? I'm stupid. I should post hold on. I'll post the tweet in both chats. So if you would like to see the glorious art for yourself, feel free. Oh, cool. Here, we got a big fight against rats. It's time to purge some rat men. Hey, Brainbug, thanks so much for giving us up to Ecto. I really appreciate that. And Mr. Moore, thanks for the 5 gift subs. Thank you. Thank you all very much. I really appreciate it. Ecto, we need to catch up. We need to catch up, girl. I haven't talked too long. I hope you're doing really well. I saw you were feeling a little under the weather there for a bit, so I really hope you're feeling better. But congrats. I think I saw you finishing Metal Gear Solid 3. So congrats on that, and I hope you're doing well. And if y'all haven't checked out Ecto, then you're a damn fool, because she's like legit one of the most entertaining VTubers. Well, one of the most entertaining streamers that just happens to be a VTuber that I've ever met. She's absolutely incredible. Yeah, so we're gonna be taking all of our big, sexy lizard bros, and we're gonna go murder a bunch of goofball rat men over here. This army's not a particularly strong army of Skaven, because it's almost entirely made up of Skaven slaves, because Skaven are just the absolute goose. So they're so funny, dude. Skaven are so funny. There's no reason not to love them. The big cockroach, please do not call him cockroach. I don't want that anywhere or associated with anything. I don't. You take that back. Imagine the Skaven smell, it would be pretty rough. It would be pretty rough. They're so funny, man. Oh gosh, and my Stegodon is rampaging. How about you stop that? But yeah, I hope everyone's having a good day. But anyone that came in for the raid, by no means don't feel what you call it, like you have to stay. If you feel free to please, go get food or water or get some rest or whatever you need to do. Make sure you stretch out your limbs and all that jazz. And if you'd like to stay and hang out, then we'd be delighted to have you, and hope that you're having, have a good time with us. But please do not feel like you are obligated, that's the word I was looking for, to stay by any stretch of the imagination. And we hope you have a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you may be in the world. Also, I found out today that they're finally, Black Library, so the guys that publish the lore books about all the Warhammer stuff, they are finally, for the first time in 42 years, are releasing a Lizardman novel. Like, just a Lizardman book about the Lizardmen with a Lizardman's main character. For the first time in almost 50 fucking years, and I am so excited. I'm so excited. The Lizardmen are my boys. I have been, I love every race in Warhammer. You know how when you have a parent with a lot of kids, they're like, I love all my kids equally, but secretly this one's actually my favorite. That's how I feel with the Lizardmen. All of the Warhammer fantasy factions are my favorite, but the Lizardmen are secretly the one I like a little bit more. Been doing a Mulder campaign myself for the win on very hard achievement. Somehow I keep getting attacked by all the Chaos Forces instead of working with them to defeat Order. Yeah, well, that's actually fairly lore accurate of that. Clan Mulder is one of the best defenders of the old world against Chaos, because a lot of Chaos hordes would end up running into Hell Pit, hoping to score a great victory in the name of the Dark Gods by destroying Hell Pit, because it's full of all sorts of nasty, horrible monsters and the flesh crafters of Clan Mulder. Because the Skaven, although they become a Chaos race in Age of Sigmar, which is the follow-up setting to Warhammer Fantasy, in the original Warhammer Fantasy, the Skaven aren't actually a Chaos race. They often ally with Chaos, but they just as often fight against Chaos.
Almost 50 years. Lol.
Uh, yeah, don't worry. I'll be sure to say that on the next episode of Lorebeards. Because you're right. Andy's not going to appreciate when I point out how old Warhammer is. It's very funny. Time to splat some rats! Where's my little priest? Let's start throwing some lightning bolts. Actually, we'll start with one less. Send in the Stegodon. Okay, Procars on the Warlord. Let's get the Scar Veteran in there. Let's also buff up Procgar's combat stats. Oh, Politely Wicked! Thank you so much for the bits. I really appreciate that. Thank you. That's very sweet.
Night 7 Grenade takes some bits. Have enjoyed your YouTube content over the years a few times, but never thought about checking Twitch.
Oh, well, thank you. Yes, I moonlight on here or something. I don't know. I probably didn't use that term correctly, but just pretend I did. I really like Twitch because all my VTuber friends are on Twitch, and I fucking love VTubers. One day I will ascend to that Olympus. I will climb that great mountain of pixelated flesh, but not yet. Not yet. Does the Temple of the Serpent not count as a Lizardman novel? No, it's... Well, okay. So, it has Lizardmen in it, but Lizardmen are the antagonists of the novel as opposed to the protagonist. Because it's a Skaven book, not a Lizardman book. It has Lizardmen in it, though. You are correct. Yeah, hey, the wolf. Yeah, we were just talking about it. I'm super excited. I made a video about it on YouTube, and I tried to include a funny, stupid meme in there. And I did a really terrible job editing it. But if you want to have a laugh at my shit editing skills, by all means, go check it out. Oh, by the way, for anyone in Ecto's community, if y'all like your vaguely disturbing body horror VTubers that are absolute goobers, you should also check out Brighter Malphon, by the way. You see him in chat. He's also a lovely little VTuber here on Twitch. If we could get a shout out for him, I would appreciate that, dear mods. He is an absolute fucking goober. That just got back from a recent ban. And he has tentacles coming out of a hole in his head. So, you know, as you do. I also just realized, because she was lovely enough to stay for a second and say something, that Ecto was in here, and I do not have her VIP'd. But that has been solved! Good. Fix that issue. Hey, just like me! Witch hunters. Get that, man. No, Brighter Malphon. Oh, hold on. I suppose I got people in YouTube chat like, what the fuck is a Brighter Malphon? Yeah, for people in my community, he is actually a Zinch-inspired streamer. So it's actually, you know, extra relevant. There you go. I posted a link for y'all. Alright, dead rats. Love to see it. Well, dead Skaven, not actual rats. Actual rats are delightful. I always wanted a rat for a pet, but... You know, one of the things that drives me crazy is, like, there's been rats, for anyone that doesn't know, they've been, like, the backbone of so much of what we've come to understand about like biology and psychology and just many other fields. Like they're absolutely critical to humanity's understanding of science. But for some fucking reason, despite the fact that we've done all sorts, like we've done some like fucking weird experiments where like, you know, they had that time where they like sewed an ear onto the back of one and we're like, oh look, it still works. They have not made rats for like just pet rats that can live for like a good amount of time. Like all I would like is, can we please get rats that live for like 10 years, right? Like 10 years would be great. Because think right now, like a lot of pet rats, if you get a rat, there's a very good chance they'll only live for like 2 years, which is just, oh, it's so short. It's so short. It's heartbreaking how short that is. Oh, that's a big army. Summon the Slan!
Alexander donated 100 Swedish krona through Super Chat. I really like the maps with black arcs.
Bring out the toad!
Especially Mal's last battle in WH2 where you defend a black arc. I wish Loki could play with those maps. Right now he has to aid a black arc, which feels bad.
Alexander, that is a good argument. That's a good point and a good argument. Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. Because you're right. It would be... Yeah. He should really. It's hard. I understand their perspective on it, but I also think that you have a very good point. Yeah, that's tough. That's a toughie. It genuinely is. I don't suspect that in the upcoming update there's going to be a significant update for Lokir Fellheart. Even though, like, you know, he is like the big bad of Sea Lord Island's storyline. But I do hope that they will genuinely consider allowing him to have, like, to be a Vampire Coast type faction, you know. I do think that would be really good for him. Man, there's vampires getting all up in my territory too? Good grief. Oh, you little shit. I hate when they underway tunnel and, like, move into an annoying spot. It's like I could reach him, but then he'll just run away. Yeah, it's gonna be better to squash him here. That way he can't be behind me anymore. You mean giving him a horde mechanic? Pseudo-horde. So, only Lokir would be a horde. Is like the general request a lot of people have that I think is reasonable. So you're not, like, completely changing his experience, but you're making him a notably more unique experience, which I think is fine. I don't think there's any major issue with that. Okay. So that's about to be a billion Skaven kicking down that door. The Golden Tower. Okay, this army kind of sucks. I'm not that worried. As long as this has a general to protect it, I think it'll be fine. So let's just do, yeah, we'll do a cunning Cruxgore Ancient, just to watch the house until I can get my butt over there. While Krokar purges his way back towards us. The Slan should be able to handle it, I think. Let's try and improve the Winds of Magic, because they're draining over here. I hate when the Skaven act like Skaven. I know, it's the worst. Yeah, I'll trade with Teclis. It's fine. I'd rather see if the Druki receives tension in general, yeah, they definitely need like a tech tree update. They need more than just Lokir. But I do acknowledge that Lokir would make more sense if his unique Black Arc and him were interwoven. As opposed to making him separate from it.
The weakening of the vortex has wrought devastation across the magics of the world, mighty lord.
Yeah, I know. I gotta go punch some dark elves in the face. And now there's Beastmen. Great. Okay, the fastest way back would probably be to use the ocean. Yeah, because I can make it almost all the way back. He's raiding just outside my settlement territory, so unfortunately I just have to leave him to do that. The Temple of Skulls is safe to upgrade, but I kind of want to sit on the money for the moment. Why don't you pop into channeling stance, you pop into channeling stance, and you will arrive next turn. So no more current card dilemma? Why would you not still have the current card dilemma? Because I think the current card dilemma is fine. Like, I think Rakarth makes for a good baddie in Lestria and makes good use of the islands. And it's I've always hated, personally, that both, like, Rakarth should not have been from Karan Kar. He should have been from Klar Karan. But unfortunately, it's written the way it's written. It's like, oh, we've got this big city that's the city of Beastmasters. Perhaps the big Beastmaster character should come from the city of Beastmasters. And GW's like, nah, that's crazy. That's the silliest thing I've ever heard. Absolutely not. This is kind of exciting. I'm actually getting, like, attacked from quite a few angles here. How intriguing! Remove Lokir's dragon. They will never remove content. They will... I do not think CA will ever remove content. Because I cannot imagine that going over well. Some people really like the... some people really like the dragon. I think Maelstrom was a bad idea, but some people really like it. And you know, here's the thing. If you don't like Maelstrom, you could just not use him, right? I don't think it's fair to the rest of the player base to take a piece of content that is already in the game and remove it to make something like more lore accurate. Because if you're a lore purist and you're like me, you could just say, well, that kind of sucks, but I guess I just won't use it. Like, I'm just not going to use it. Like, when I play Lokir, I never put him on the dragon, because to me, it's not lore accurate, so I'm not interested in doing that. Alright, so Manfred von Karstein's rolling up on us. Everybody's favorite bald-headed destroyer of worlds. Like, I don't put my Tomb Kings on horses. Though, now that the old world has Tomb Kings on armored horses, I really want those. So someone actually earlier asked, what do I think about the new War of Cetra's Fury book? And it actually resolves the Tomb Kings on horses dilemma in a really clever way that made me really happy. Which is that basically what the book says, that I think is a very, very good piece of writing, is it says, oh yeah, the old dynasties, so like during the time of Cetra and the older dynasties, horses were not ridden by nobles. Like, they didn't like to ride horses. They were not cool with it. So you still have that whole thing of, like, there were the older dynasties, like the first, second, maybe third dynasty, really didn't like riding, like, hated the idea of riding on horseback, thought it was really gross. And so you still have the old dynasties that, like, followed the law, the cultural taboos of Geheb, the god of the earth, And they were like, nope, horses are dirty, filthy creatures, and we're not going to ride on them. But then it says, but the later dynasties, so like the 5th and 6th dynasties of the Tomb Kings, imported and had a lot of trade with like Grand Cathay, and they traded with the elves, and they traded with the barbarians of the north. And when they did that, they started to get really high quality breeds of horses, and they started to really appreciate that you could have these far more impressive beasts that could then be could then be mastered. And so they started emulating other successful cultures that they saw. And in the emulation of these other successful cultures, they started riding steeds, particularly armored steeds, because they were emulating very powerful worldwide cultures that used armored horses. And it's like, that is a very genuinely clever way to resolve that, in my opinion. Honest to goodness. Like, I'm not just saying that. I'm like, full applause, full like to the GW team for writing that tidbit, because that is a good way to have your cake and eat it too, which they should be looking to do whenever possible. We are probably not going to win this fight, but I'll be damned if I give up this settlement without a fight.
You bring a token trinket to give you fraught. Yes, yes. Good. I accept your offering.
Probably should have just bunched everybody up.
Alexander donated 100
if it falls, it falls.
through Super Chat. In thinking of making a post on their forum about having Black Ark maps where the Black Ark is duped they could trigger when you attack a coast settlement. Do you think this is too big of an ask, Walker?
No, I think that's doable. I don't know if that's gonna like get approved and they're gonna do it, but I think you can absolutely ask, and it's a reasonable thing to ask. If I could kill the White King, I'll at least feel avenged on that point. I did not coordinate this battle very well. I'm rusty. I've been playing too many other games, not enough Total War. And when I have been playing Total War, I've been doing too many collabs. I gotta get back to that solo play. I want a Crocscore hero so bad. There's just too many of them. The good news is Krokar is on his way back, so like, although this is wow, he just fucked himself up bad with that miscast. While the city will fall, which is sad because that's gonna hurt my economy really bad. All it's got to do is slow down the undead.
Shameful display!
How dare you? Lamy and Sisterhood is probably my biggest Total War Warhammer 3 want. Politely Wicked. I mean, I assume you saw the news about totally not Neferata, but definitely Neferata is coming, I think, early next year. We don't know yet, but I'm pretty sure they will be revealing more about her at the December 4th show, which is going to be super exciting. Neferata has probably been one of the most requested characters. Those pieces of shit really did actually manage to get behind me. Oh my god. Wow, I should not have taken that ocean route, because holy shit, it took forever to get back to land here. Yeah, you better run. You're out of movement. Okay. Well, that was rough, and I did not play my cards well. Okay. Let's shave off a few skink with javelin units. Oh, just one. Okay, that's fine. And let's get our Saurus a bit beefier. Yeah, I'm very much gonna want... let's get the weapon strength for right now. Yes, the Witch Hunter stream has been postponed to Monday at 4 p.m. It's gonna be on Monday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. 10 p.m. British Standard Time. Hey, Mechanical Beanstalk, what's up? Are they gonna fight? Oh, this is gonna be a giant fight. No, he ambushed me, you piece of fucking... Skaven! Skaven! Oh my lord. So this is gonna be like 320 stacks of rats. What unit will come with Neferata? Better be a Coven Throne. I would say, like, if we could get like a Coven Throne,
Down those lizard trinkets.
maybe like a model update to the Lamian Vampire Lord, and then maybe get like vampire handmaidens from because the Coven Throne has vampire handmaidens on it, but maybe they could be made into like their own unit, or maybe we could get like a Lamian vampire hero that's like unique in design. The good news is all my heroes are on Cold Ones, so Skaven? Hello? Oh, here he comes. Oh, he wants to wait for his reinforcements. He's like, I ain't fighting that shit without reinforcements. Okay. Even though I got ambushed, I don't think there's a way for me to actually get out of here, so we're just gonna form up. Form the line! Oh, he's kind of behind me. Oh, dodge. Okay. A Gracier. I do hate Graciers. Skinks, come over this way. You guys come over this way. You two, kill that guy. Ooh, he's going for my priest like a little shithead. Ow. Are those all ranged units in there? Yes, they are. Oh, Warfire Throwers. I don't think so. You two go help in there. You run ahead. Everyone else start killing peeps. I'm gonna save my magic, I think, until the fighting gets, like, really big. Okay, we're gonna very carefully shut down all those Warfire Throwers. God, fucking Warp. I hate Warp Lightning! Warp Lightning hurts so much. Y'all need to hurry up and kill that assassin, dude. Okay, let's go ahead and see if we can't. I see a very juicy wind blast right here. Oh, you love to see it. Stegadon, get into the big fight. Actually, Stegadon, go kill the Gracier. Okay, skinks are lining up. They're throwing shit. We're going into the jungle. You're going to run down and kill these other warpfire throwers. You're going to kill those slingers. You're going to kill those slingers. Saurus, we're going to go this way. Stegadon, you're going to come this way. Skinks, you're going to run down fleeing units. You two are going to get on the chieftain. Let's kill the chieftain. Another assassin. Good grief. Miss me, bitch. Stick it on. Kill that man. Okay, y'all get on the assassin. Let's buff Krukgar. Kill him. Chase them. Fight them. Fight them. You two come around this way. Y'all are doing great. Yep. Yeah, run down all those sling units. Y'all come over this way. We're going to adjust to the top of the hill. Never mind, we're going to adjust to the top of this hill. Good, they're chasing off that assassin. We are whooping up on some heroes. Oh my god, there's so many assassins. Okay, Saurus, get your asses in there. Get your asses in there. Skinks, get out of the way. Skinks, start throwing shit. Start fighting. Turn around, start fighting. Hopefully that's the only wizard. Stick it on, get that Gracier. Okay, we're gonna move the priest a little closer, and we're gonna look for very careful, nice, sexy wind blasts. Kaboom. We just have to keep an eye on the assassins. Make sure they don't get on the skink priest. Okay. Yep. Good job, y'all. Y'all run them down. Let's have y'all come over and whoop up on this assassin, because he's trying to get into the cookie jar. And we can't let him get in the cookie jar. It's not allowed. Okay, we're gonna pull Krukgar out, because he's not having a super good time against those chieftains. Run away. And it is time for Wind Blast City. Okay, you can go in on that chieftain and help against him. This only cost me, yeah, 4 winds of magic to wind blast, so we're just gonna focus on wind blasting. Because every wind blast is gonna get like a ridiculous amount of value. Nope, I don't want you fighting spears. Die, lizard scum. That's very rude. So we can get these skinks back. We're gonna have you all pull back. Oh my red crested skinks. You lot, get your asses back here. All red crested skinks, return to base. Return to base. God, I don't want to fight clan rats and spears. Not without, like, some backup. Scarvet's doing all right. Ow. I can't get to that wizard very easily. Oh, no, no, no. Assassin, get away from me. Oh, that's a chieftain. Yeah, whatever. Still not great. Another wind blast. Run away from the chieftain. Okay, Krokar's gonna get on the assassin. Skink's gonna run away. Stegadon's getting work done, so that's nice. Let's get a wind blast on to here. Yeah, I want you to kill that Gracier. That dude has gotta die. Okay, good. Krokar is killing the assassin. That's great. Skinks have broken that dude. We're gonna try and pull our cold ones out. You're gonna hop on that warlord. You're gonna get on the Gracier. Y'all are beating the chieftain to death, which is awesome. Oh, run! Oh, God. Priest, run, 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 run. Red Crested Skinks, beat that man! Beat that man to death! Oh, gosh, okay. I'm gonna have you circle back around this way. Krokar was victorious, that's awesome. Cold ones, y'all gotta go, dude. Skinks. Okay, y'all trade jobs. You chase the Skaven slaves that are running away, you engage the clan rats. Krokar, we're gonna go break this group. Stegadon, we're gonna go over here. Scar Veteran, chase down that wizard and kill him. Okay, you retreat. Saurus, reform the line. Reform the line! Thank God the Red Crested Skinks are back. Okay, cool. Those guys are broken, so we're gonna have Krokar come back. Nope, those broke. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have them keep chasing that dude. Yep, y'all are gonna go after the shooting units. Priest, son of a bitch, where's that coming from? No, that wizard's still running, which means there's another one. That's a warlord. Where did that warp lightning just come from? Is there a wizard I didn't see? Oh, those are warp fire throwers. Okay, you lot, reform the line, reform the line. Stick it on! Kill those warp fire throwers! Who cast that spell? The enemy lord is wounded. We'd love to see it. Shut down the warp fire throwers. Yeah, there's got to be a wizard I didn't see somewhere. Saurus advance. He's doing it again. It was a terrible shot, which I'll happily take. Good, y'all are doing great there. Let's give them a little help. Run forward, run forward. Bust them, run forward. Krokar is surrounded by spears. Let's get him out of there. Thank you. You lot, we're gonna come this way. Let's do... Nah, I don't need a lightning bolt. You lot, get those spears. Actually, Krokar, you chase out those spears. Saurus, help over here. Scarvet's doing a great job. Where's my Stegadon? Stegadon! Let's chase down slingers. Y'all attack those slingers. You lot start heading back this way. Chameleon said, or you're not chameleons, but Skink said this way. Let's bust these guys' bubble. which hopefully will break them. Oh, that's army losses. Whew. That wasn't too bad. All right. Excellent work, lads. Excellent work, lads. Alexander, when you make that post about the Black Ark maps and stuff, would you send me the link to that? Just post it somewhere on the Discord and at me, and I'll like kind of farrow it on a bit. See if I can't get someone to look at it, and maybe I can't promise they're gonna do anything, but I can at least make sure it gets seen. Because it would be nice for, like, Black Arks to have a higher chance of... Like, it would be nice for Black Arks to be able to get the map more often. Because, unfortunately, like, you just don't get to see it that much. Because it's rare that the AI attacks them. Unless you have, like, a baby Black Ark, in which case the AI will happily attack it and kill them. Yeah, you know what I mean. All right. If I had to make one more Lizardmen DLC, what would you do? Easy, easy. This one's super easy. This one's super easy. I've thought of this one way too many times. If I was going to make one more Lizardmen DLC, and I got like big budget, right? Big budget. It would be Teto Echo is your legendary lord. Who is the big skink priest character that rides around on a palanquin like a slan. He's a super god at casting Azir, magic and all that stuff. Then for your generic lord, I would do the skink high priest. And the skink high priest, I would steal an article from White Dwarf that came out where they basically said that skinks that were from certain spawnings could have different lores of magic, so we could actually have more than just the like basic magic, which is something GW themselves have published. It's not something I made up. Then we could and the big thing about the skink lord is that the skink lord would be able to ride all the same mounts, but the unique mount to the skink high priest lord would be that they could ride quaddles. Because one of the only actual pieces of art we have of quaddles is the one of them being ridden by a skink priest type character. So making it where the skink high priest as their max tier mount can ride quaddles into battle would be super fucking cool. And maybe they could even have a unique variant of the quaddle as their mount, and it could have like an actual dragon head instead of that stupid ass bird beak, but that's just a personal me problem. Then, for the legendary hero, it would be Chakhox, the Eternity Warden. Chakhox, the Eternity Warden, is a Temple Guard special character who specializes in beating the shit out of people with his giant two-handed, double-sided Starstone mace, which is awesome. And then... from there, we would have the generic hero, which would be the Kroxgor hero. I would probably call it like a Kroxgor Guardian. So the Kroxgor Guardian hero, something like that. Then, for the 5 units that you would get, first I would have... skinks with short bows, so that would be a new variant of skink. That they're just little guys with little so they're just skinks with poison short bows. So they have significantly less rate of fire than regular skinks, but they have longer range. Still not like full archer range. They are full short bows, but it allows you to have like skirmishing. They're skirmish formation skinks that specialize in longer range shooting. And they can shoot in an arc rather than shooting straight forward. So they're better at like being in your back line. Second unit would be Great Crested Skink Horned One Riders. which are the skinks from. Actually, I can't remember if they were cold. I'd have to go back and look, but skink horned one riders. So we would get skinks that ride on horned ones, and they would be a mid-tier cavalry option for Lizardmen from the Southlands book, or from the Southlands section of the 6th edition Lizardmen Army book. So basically, they would be skinks on horned ones, so they'd be relatively quick, and they have javelins as precursor ammo. So they have poison javelins, and then they've got shields and their little either little swords or little spears. So like they're not that great of melee combatants. Like they're not nearly as damaging as your Saurus cavalry, but they're faster than Saurus cavalry, because the skinks are lighter and horned ones are actually supposed to have a higher movement characteristic than cold ones. So they're faster than Saurus cavalry, and they would give Lizardmen finally a mid-tier cavalry option that could actually kill other light cavalry without Lizardmen players having to invest so heavily in like elite cavalry options. Then from there, the third unit you would get is and there's two ways you could do this. You could either have great crested skink horned one riders be like pure melee specialists, where they're faster, they're more elite, maybe they have great weapons, or they have a spear and shield. They're actually pretty dangerous, and they have like poisoned attacks, and they're really nasty. If you do that, then for the third unit you could have Colchin riders, which Colchin riders are skinks that ride on large flightless birds, carnivorous flightless birds that are really fucking spooky. They're like big angry demon ostriches. Those skinks could instead be more like light cavalry. So because they're riding on Colchins, they're very, very quick, but they are significantly less armored. But they're super fast, and they have javelins that they could throw. Maybe they could throw their javelins 360. So they have 360 rate of fire, and they can fire while moving, and they have a good amount of javelin ammo, and they just specialize as being harassers, with like some okay damage if they get like a good flank charge. For the fourth unit, you would get the Arcanodon, which the Arcanodon would be the big dinosaur of the DLC. The Arcanodon comes from the Lustria campaign supplement from Warhammer Fantasy 6th edition, which was actually the original Engine of the Gods. So, like, when you see the Engine of the Gods now on the back of the Stegodon, that's not what the Engine of the Gods originally was. The Arcanodons are these big long-necked dinosaurs, so think like the Brachiosaurus or whatever. But they're like the big long-necked dinosaur, but they still have like sharp teeth and can like eat people and shit. But they're these really big dinosaurs that stomp around, and they would have their own unique version of the Engine of the Gods, which instead of it being where it shoots like an orbital laser beam into the sky that then comes back down and shoots in a line, they would have the version based on the Lustria expansion, which their version of the weapon was instead that their engine would like rev up, and then it would fire an orb, and this orb would basically like sail. It's like an orb of like light that would sail, that would like leap forward and slam into the enemy and explode and do fire and magic damage. So it'd be kind of like a catapult, and it's longer range. So instead of like the solar engine, which shoots a solar beam in a straight line, or like the giant blowpipes, which are obviously quite short range, or the giant Stegodon bow, which is a decent range but fires mostly, fires in a bit of an arc. You would have the Arcanodon, which would be a unique dinosaur that also shoots these like fun flaming orbs that blow up when they hit the ground. So they're very, very good anti-infantry shooting. Yeah, not dissimilar to the Thunder Tusk Ice Blast. That's a very good way to think of it, yeah. Except for it's fire instead of ice. And then, for the last unit, I would probably do... honestly, I think that list would be great. If you were, like, holding a gun to my head, and you were like, come up with a 5th unit, stupid. I would say, I don't know, like, maybe Jungle Swarms? Jungle Swarms could be cool. Like, Creative Assembly has actually figured out how to make swarm units, now, which is really cool. So they could do something there, maybe? I feel like there's another unit that I can't think of. For some reason. But that would be my general recommendation. And then for Regiments of Renown, I would do a Regiment of Renown Great Crested Skinks with Tichi Huishi's Raiders. So Tichi Huishi's Raiders should be a Regiment of Renown. That's also available to Golgfag Maneater because they're a Dog of War unit, which is just awesome and a fun legacy. I would do like a specialist version of the Arcanodon, and then I would do a maybe do like a Colchin Rider Regiment of Renown that's called like the Terror Birds, because that sounds hilarious. What about the Amphisbaene? Yeah, you could do that. I mean, that's a very unique creature. So like a big double-headed snake. That could be fun. I mean, it's in the setting, so you could absolutely do that. Hazmat! Hey, how you doing, Hazmat? Good to see you. Oh, thank you, mods, for already for go ahead and getting the shout out there. I appreciate it. Hazmat's such a goat, dude. Such a lovely fellow. Has an absolutely disturbing model. A VTuber model. He's a big slime horror from hell. It's such a cool design. Would highly recommend checking him out if you haven't. And he's just a lovely person. Do I do much tabletop roleplay gaming? I love tabletop roleplay games, but I wouldn't say I get to do a lot of them. I wish I got to do more than I do. Right now, I am in 2 campaigns. Both of which are Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. And I love them both very dearly. So, yeah. Okay, I need to shed some more units, unfortunately. Because those damn vampires are killing the economy! Let's do this, and let's do this. Oh, geez. We can shed one more skin cohort. There we go. I'm so close to stabilizing matters. I'm so close. Oh, there's about to be a rebellion here. Okay, I should fall back to deal with that. Instead of bow skinks, why not Fire Leech Bola Missile Skink Infantry? Because that's never been a thing as far as I'm aware. And just when I am speculating about adding units and all that jazz, I tend to prefer thinking about and leaning on units that are in printed material. That way oh wait, the rebellion's over there. Whoops. I prefer to lean on material that I could go to Games Workshop and like show them a book that they have published and say, hey, this is what I want to make, or this is what I would want to do, and it's something that you have written and published. Like I'm not just bullshitting this. This is something y'all made. That way, because I would feel very strongly that they would be much more likely to go, oh yeah, we did print that, you're right. Okay, yeah, you could do that. Whereas if you're just sort of like, oh, couldn't this thing theoretically exist? You're much more likely to get GW to be like, no. Because GW, unfortunately, this may sound weird, but GW doesn't actually care about the rule of cool. Like, they do not give a shit about the rule of cool. They are much more inclined to be like, we don't like change. Change is bad and it's evil, and nothing should ever change. So you kind of have to be able to go to them and be like, no, you wrote this. This was your idea. And then they're like, oh, it was our idea. And it's like, yes, it was your idea. Which is silly, but that's just kind of the way it is. And also, yes, I'm aware of the keen irony of saying that Games Workshop thinks change is bad, but GW also retcons everything they write at every given opportunity. I realize that's contradictory, and you might be like, oh, so you're wrong, and the answer is sadly no. I'm right, but GW is just very contradictory. They do not operate according to logic. Nope. Vampires, if you want to kill me, you're going to have to come fight me in my little castle here. I am not coming out to you. That is not happening. Have I seen the new Weta Stormcast statue? Yes, of, fuck, what's her name? Of, the Sigmar's assassin. Yes. I can't remember her name all of a sudden. But yes, I have. It actually looks really nice. I might get it. Because I would really like Weta Workshop to do more fantasy and AOS characters instead of just 40k and Horus Heresy. So I kind of want to support it so that they're more likely to make more of them. Is it too early to ask what the first subject the 40k podcast will be covering? Unfortunately, it is too early to ask. There is a planned schedule for it already. However, we're still resolving various matters of launching Lorebeards. That primarily revolves around, like, financial matters. And we are not ready. I wish we were, but we're not ready yet to, like, talk specifics or anything like that. Let's see if I can ambush this guy, maybe. Because maybe he'll attack the city if he thinks the Salon is not there. Which would make my life a lot easier. Can I get better than 80% chance? No. Okay. Great. Actually, you know what? We're gonna ambush stance. Come on, Crockguard, catch those rats! Catch those rats! Tell that about the fantasy Zongors, beak to their face, dude. The fucking Zongors, man. Fucking Zongors. That was so silly. That was so silly. GW sitting there like, we're gonna base the design of these new Zongors based on our old Zongors that we published in the White Dwarf magazine. And everyone's like, oh shit, Zongors, how cool. And they're like, yeah, how cool. And CA's like, yeah, that's cool. So we're gonna put those the exact same Zongors from the original print into our game, and they have beaks. And GW goes, no, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. They can't have beaks. They can't have beaks. Hey, where's X Worky Mischief? Thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Thank you. What's the company I co-founded? Lorebeards. The Lorebeards podcast has gone from being a simple, humble podcast to an official business. However, we are still resolving various matters because we are an international business, and being an international business comes with international problems, which is super fun, especially with how chaotic and fucking messy the US is right now. So, you know, that's just a ball, but we're getting through it. We're getting through it. It's taking longer than either me or Andy would like, but we're getting through it. Okay, we need to destroy the rebellion. The rebellion must be stopped. No, I can confirm that we are not having problems with the French. That is one of the few things I can definitely say for sure. The French are not involved in any meaningful way. If they were, that would be deeply amusing to me, but sadly our problems ain't French. Oh, I can get anything. I would like a unit of Horned One Riders. He says, watching his economy collapse inwards. Slowly but surely. Okay, the rebellion has been ended. Now, I can turn my attention to finishing off these damn rats. Ugh, Skaven, man. So I'm not a CEO, I'm a director. To my understanding, a CEO would be I think a CEO would be like someone we would hire to run the business for us. I think. If I understand correctly. Stop right there! Criminal rat scum!
Lord Mazdamundi communes, my...
Where do I buy Lordbeard stonks? We are not a public company. Thank you, though. We might, we're in discussion about it at the moment, but we might open up some stuff for if there's, like, people that want to support us. And get like little goodie potential things on it. Like they wouldn't be substantial goodies; they'd be very little goodie, like very minor goodies. But that is a problem that we are not to yet. Yeah, I don't think I would ever want to work in or on a public company because I see the state of everything when it comes to like, we have to appease the shareholders, and I'm like, never. I never want to be involved in that. Ever. When are you launching Sotek coin? Once I figure out how to, Never. Never. I still can't believe that was... the things that have happened in my lifetime are so strange. Showmaster of Sotek shilling for Lorebeards. He's done it again! He's done it again! The man can't be stopped! Oh, we got Doomsinger! Holy shit! Bro, Krokar just got crunk. At least until I get his canonical spear, in which case I'll give it to one of my other characters. But like, holy shit! Oh, and the Venom of the Firefly Frog. Damn! Alright, Krokar. Krokar's cooking with gas now. Roll out the NFTs. There was a guy in the community for a good bit who was trying to explain he tried to get me into NFTs. And to be fair to him, I think he was completely genuine in that he basically came to me and was like, hey man, like there's this really easy method of like making money by like selling stuff. And I'm like, oh, well, like what kind of stuff are you selling? He's like, well, you make art. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. So like you found a way to like monetize your art. That's cool. He's like, no. You don't make art. you take somebody else's art and then you like adjust it a little bit in a program, and then you can sell that to people, and because it's got like this unique code thingamajigger on it, it's like exclusive. And I was like, how? Like, what do you like? What? Like, hold on. Like, try that again. And he's like, no, because see, like the NFT, like, if you buy it, then like it's yours. I'm like, but couldn't someone just save it as like a JPEG or something? And he's like, well, no, because they wouldn't have the token. I'm like, but what is a token? And like listening to this whole thing, and it's like, this is the most insane fucking thing I've heard in my life. Like, everything you're saying is completely insane, and I want nothing to do with it because it's clearly madness. It has to be madness. And I remember, like, I didn't hear from him for a long time. And eventually he came back. He was just like passing by. And he's like, hey man, are you sure you don't like want to get on, are you sure you didn't want to get in on this NFT stuff? And I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. And he's like, cause I've made a lot of money, man. Like, I've made a ton of money and you can get in on this. I'm like, great. I'm very happy for you. No. Like, just no. I want nothing to do with this. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. And just because someone tells you something has value does not mean that it does. And like, I don't know, maybe he was trying to like scam me, and I'm giving him too much benefit of the doubt, but he didn't seem like he was trying to scam me. Cause he had been like in the community for a while. And like he had actually been like a pretty generous supporter. But I think he got insulted when he was like, I have found this, especially because it was like earlier when NFTs were still kind of fresh. So like a lot of people were genuinely buying them and getting in on it because it was like this new thing. And when I was like, nah, man, like I don't think that makes sense, and I'm just not interested in something that I don't think makes sense. That's when he left. And I was like, I didn't mean to insult you. I just think this is stupid. I'm sorry. The world is a strange place. Okay, I can finally push all these damn corpses out of my territory. Mazda Mundi, hold the fort. You're not Mazda Mundi. Other Salon man, hold the fort. Okay. Let's. How much am I gonna get for this? 900. Okay, let's go ahead and upgrade that. That's fine. We should be able to manage that. What was the name of the slime VTuber I mentioned? That was Hazmat VT. Hold on. I will get his Twitch link for you. I adore him very deeply because when I went to Offkai, which was a convention in California this past, oh god, when was that? June? July? That could have been a really bad trip for me because I did not fucking know anybody there. And I was super fucking nervous. And he was the first guy that I kind of ran into. And him and his pals were all very tolerant of me sort of leeching on to their group. And thanks to them, I had a really fucking good time. And I consider that a debt that I owe and intend to repay at some point. Oh, Hazmat's still here. Well, I still hold to everything I just said. But yes, some people are asking on the YouTube side, so I posted your links on the YouTube chat. All right, I do have to keep an eye on the time because I am going to a Union Arena tournament today, which I'm really excited about because that's when I get to see my buddies and we all play card games together. And I have made my Full Metal Alchemist deck pretty fucking good, if I do say so myself. Tzeentch took over the Golden Tower. That son of a bitch. That man just sniped that settlement out from under the undead. I will not tolerate this. It was bad enough when there were dead people in it. I will not tolerate a demonic expansion in this neighborhood. That is not happening. Get those demons the fuck out of here. We will not tolerate this. That strictly violates the HOA. No demons. Skylar Martin, thank you so much for the super chat, by the way. Do I have volcano insurance? I do, of course. I live in Lustria. You gotta have volcano insurance in Lustria. Especially because Sotek was actually birthed out of a volcano. So, you know, as his local lore master, it is very important that I'm smart with my insurance options. Well, the good news about beating the shit out of Tzeentch and taking back the Golden Tower is that he's way too far away. He's way too far away to do anything about it. he just has to accept the fact that it's mine now. Okay. And the Skaven, being the little bastards they are, slipped around my Slann. So, Slann, you're gonna enter ambush mode and see if you can catch some rats. They did some good changes to the spawning sequence points. I'm pretty pleased with how many I'm getting, considering I'm only getting them from using the right. I'm getting like a pretty nice consistent amount, which is pretty good. Holy sweet Jeebus! Sticks and stones! Oh my god, I have to beat Throt. Ah! No! Throt! Quiet! Sorry, because he'll go off for each individual one of those. Dude, thank you so much for gifting 10 memberships. Look at all those green names. Look at all those green names! Thank you. I really appreciate that. Chat is so pretty now. It's like we just had a sacred spawning of like beautiful people. Incredible. Truly incredible. Thank you. That's very generous of you. Thank you so much. Oh, Cash Slaughter, I've got a Wolfram question. My party is a high power fantasy in the end part of the end times. They agreed to help Malekith become the Phoenix King after they quote-unquote removed Marathi and resurrected Alisara, under the condition that he resigns after the world returns to normal levels of chaos. I want to run with the idea that Archaon is in the process of ascending, and they adventure into the Chaos Waste, ready to stop his ascension from that side. How would that work? So, when you say ascending, I assume you mean he's ascending into being a demon prince, which is a pretty significant change to a Archaon story, because Archaon would be not happy about turning into a demon. But if with your version you want to make an Archaon that is interested in achieving demonhood, but you I would need some more details And also, like, what specifically are you asking? Like, are you asking what would be the best way to prevent someone from ascending? What would be the best way to, like, to what precisely? What's the actual question here? God, I fucking hate these rats so much, dude. They just sneak around, they get into all my shit. Thank you again, Sticks and Stones. That was very, very generous. Yeah, Catch Ladder, if you're still here, feel free to add some more. No, I think I can turn this back on. Miss... hold on, I'll let this... I'll let the bot read that out, because that's funny.
Mr. Volunteered. X100. The new pyramid scheme is promising you a golden body in the afterlife, if you just spread the word of the mortuary cult to your fellow kings.
That's so accurate, though. That is how the mortuary cult operates. Is like, hey, if you just give us your firstborn kid and you talk about how cool we are, then, you know, we can work something out. That's so funny, dude. Oh no, my Kroxgar's are gonna get killed by the mutagenic energies. Oh wait, no they won't if I swap them to Kroxgar's army. Just because I don't want to lose these guys because they're actually, like, valuable. There we go. What would be the best way to prevent someone from ascending? Oh, so Catchlar, so the thing about Archaon that you have to remember is that Archaon hates the gods. He hates them. And becoming a demon would basically make him subservient to them permanently, because he would kind of become a part of them. If you wanted to go with, like, a more accurate, spooky thing of what Archaon would be doing, what Archaon would try to be doing is trying to look for a way to kill the gods, which could take many different forms. One of the forms it could take, depending on how you want to tell the story, because it's your campaign, would be that, like, for instance, Archaon would be very likely to either try to ascend to godhood, because he would be perhaps under the belief that if he ascends to godhood, he could then destroy the other gods, being, you know, among them, could become more powerful than them and destroy them all. So kind of pull a Be'lakor, but not fuck it up this time. No, I should have sacked it. God damn it. Or you could run with what he kind of did in the end times, but sort of take it to its next natural evolution step, which is that Archaon's original plan was to basically destroy the world. So in the end times, Archaon's original goal was to destroy the world because he believed if he did, when everyone dies, because the gods would have nothing to feed on, the gods would have nothing to subsist upon because everyone would be dead. That would cause the gods to starve and they would all die. And he thought that was, and that's what he believed would be the natural consequence of what he was planning. And if that had been true, then he would have won. So if you could change a few things about him, where you could either have it where he's trying to ascend to become god, like the most powerful of all gods, in which case, in order to like kill all the gods. If he was doing that, then your players would abso-fucking-lutely need to stop him have to stop him. They would have to stop him. And stopping him would basically involve either killing him before he successfully ascends, which would be quite difficult, or, equally as difficult, would simply be interrupt the ritual. Find a way to stop it. Usually the best way to do that is via, destroying whatever is powering the ritual, or unleashing a powerful counter spell that disrupts the magic flowing through the ritual, or if it's being powered by sorcerers, like a coven of sorcerers, killing enough of them, co-opting the ritual, so like causing the power to flow into another source, either one of the players, or into like a magical relic or item. But basically, whether you're having Archaon ascend to demonhood, or you're having him destroy the world, or you're having him try to ascend to godhood, ultimately you are able to work with a MacGuffin. And the main MacGuffin that you're going to work with is what is allowing Archaon to do whatever super crazy powerful thing that he's trying to do. Like, is Archaon attempting, whether he's attempting to destroy the world, or he's attempting to ascend, or he's attempting to, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Whatever he's trying to do, it will require some thing to trigger it, or to send it to like its next stage. Like there is a thing that will need to go off, or successfully be unleashed, that your party then will have to try and stop. Whether by destroying said MacGuffin, or stealing said MacGuffin, or if it's like a ritual that's being cast, killing the wizards that are casting it, or getting, if the ritual is like focused on a particular spot, or like a throne, or some trigger point, getting Archaon out of that point, etc., etc. So there would be a lot of potential ways to mess with him, but you have to keep in mind that Archaon is obscenely clever, and he can literally see the future. Like he could just flat out, unironically see all possible futures. Now, granted, he's seeing a lot at once, and he has to use his powers of deduction and his skills of like figuring out rational pathways of fate to try and discern what's actually going to happen versus what will not happen. And the closer the thing is to like, you know, like whatever's happening, the more difficult it's going to be for him to react. So like, if your players are there in person and they are literally fighting him, then it's very difficult for him to suss out the future that he wants from everything that they're doing. And the more unpredictable that they act, the more chaotic their decisions and their fighting styles are, the more likely it is that whatever they're doing is going to be extremely difficult, if not completely impossible, for him to proceed. The more, and that's how like Grimgor got him. So like the way Grimgor was able to headbutt him and shatter the Eye of Shirian was that Grimgor was acting so chaotically. Grimgor was being so has such a like obscenely bizarre style of fighting that's so dirty and sudden and impulsive that he was able to headbutt him so hard that he shattered a god artifact. And Archaon wasn't able to react to that potential future in fast enough time in order to prevent it from happening. If that makes sense. Razor Sack Settlement. Okay, we can get Lord Croak at some point. Archaon is a patient adult. To be ever chosen, you have to be a patient adult. Yeah. Because being ever chosen is basically a fancy way, a very fancy way, of saying that you are herding a titanic swarm of cats. And the swarm of cats in question is all of the other Chaos Gods. Or all the other Chaos Champions and the Chaos Gods. And all of their various machinations and desires, which are all competing against one another. Because they're all a bunch of fucking goofballs. That are very selfish and in it for themselves. If Teclis withstands the warp and doesn't die or go crazy within the 2 weeks, I mean, how powerful would he be potentially compared to others? You mean like if he just went into the realm of chaos? Teclis could probably survive 2 weeks. So long as he had his potions and he had his staff and everything, he'd probably be fine. Like, it would probably be dangerous and unpleasant. And he would probably witness some things that would give him some unpleasant dreams and nightmares for a while, but he would be mostly fine. Oh, get your croc score back. Okay, I should be good to move the Slann to defend probably the Cursed Jungle. So, because Teotihuacan now has a full-on garrison, so it should be capable of defending itself. Oh, if he was suddenly in 40k, I don't know. I don't know. You'd have to make an executive decision about how magic interacts with the warp. If the warp of 40k is the exact same as the realm of chaos, which it probably should be, then Teclis would be fine. It would be unpleasant, but he'd probably be fine. Sorry, I missed your first question. What would happen if Tyrion and Teclis got instantly teleported to a decent place in 40k? If there was not magic, Teclis would die very quickly. Because Teclis is very frail and very weak, and he needs magic to kind of essentially sustain his body, which is got a lot of serious issues. And if he did not have access to the winds of magic to power, to sustain himself, he would grow very ill and he would die. Tyrion would probably be miserable, because elves without magic is really, really rough. But I think he would survive, and he would probably be very nasty and would probably get rolled up into Eldar culture fairly quickly, depending on where he ended up. Ah, gotcha, you little shit. Yeah, get out of my territory. Clan Morbidus has been a right pain in my ass. Heron Lore, thank you so much for the year of support. That is very generous. Thank you so much. I hope you have enjoyed this past solar cycle. Thank you very, very kindly for the support. I really appreciate it. Let's get cheaper. Oh, I already have it. Oh yeah, let's get conduit. I started that over. You're invenerated. Hell yeah. God, that's really good. Then we'll get blade shields. Okay, Slon, you are going to defend the cursed jungle because I am so fucking sick of it being attacked. We're also going to make these places focus on producing money because my economy is in shambles. But it's okay. We're getting there. We're going to do another Rite of Awakening so I can get more of those sweet, sweet, sexy spawning sequence points. We're doing pretty well on growth here. I'd like to make the Winds of Magic stronger if I can. Hello, Lee. Is it Lee Loreso? Lee Loreso would be my guess, but please let me know if that's wrong. Where's the thing? Also, hello, Southerton, Dr. Bloody, Tayumishi or Tayumiki? Kiro Tut, Shady Spinach, Bishop Cheddar, good to see you all. Whoa! I'm getting a little nervous about the green skins, to be honest, but hopefully they will. Oh, they took Carrick Zord. That does not bode well. Huh. Well, at least it means the dwarfs are more likely to want to be friends, but we'll keep an eye on that. All sayings are correct. Fair. Yep, we're gonna keep you in march stance for the moment. We're going to say, please make more money. Krokkar is gonna march with all haste to take the fight to the Skaven before they sneak around him again, for like the 80th time. God, I really want to upgrade this so I can get my damn Skink Oracle. Is Kalita still alive? Yes, she is at the moment. She's hanging in there. It's two names combined in one from the game Gothic, Lee and Laris. I don't want to be friends with you because you're literally got one settlement left and are about to die, and the dwarves hate you, so sorry. Warzak's been dominating the Southlands ever since they moved him. I've seen him get his ticket punched pretty hard a couple campaigns. Definitely not always, though. How did that guy get behind me? Well, whatever. It's a small army. So I'll send the Slon to deal with it. Yeah, let's get Elder Wisdom. Oh, I should have got Elder Wisdom way earlier. Okay. Oh, I got mutagenicked. God damn it, Zinch. Why you gotta be that way? Why you gotta be that way, Big Bird? I love this campaign. Are you gonna continue it? Yep. Yeah. This is for casual streams. So these will be my casual campaigns, streams. We'll keep going for this for a good while. Dude, I simp for every Warhammer character. Don't matter. Kalita is definitely on the simp list. Do you know when there will be an update to fix the idle armies? Yes. Creative Assembly just put out a post either today, yesterday. Here. Actually, hold on. Hold your horses. If I go to here and then I go to here, here we go. I will post this link in chats in case you have not seen it. But there is they have posted an update for 6.3.4, which we don't know when it's going to come out, but presumably it's going to come out in the next couple of weeks. So probably, I would guess next week, based on how things have been going. But it's mainly focused on addressing Chaos Dwarf AI recruitment, idle armies, idle AI armies, and Goldfag Maneater's AI. So they appear to be working on it, which is good. To my understanding, October and much of November is going to be pretty much focused almost entirely on bug squashing. Which is certainly not a bad thing. I just really hope that when 7.0 comes out, it doesn't re-break everything. Which tends to be the case, unfortunately. But we will hope that that does not happen. Yeah, I actually just submitted a bug. Oh, Zinch is here. Great. I've just submitted a bug that I found, but no, I didn't find it. Someone in the community found it and mentioned it, and I managed to successfully recreate it so I could submit it to the devs. Which is a very, very peculiar bug that requires you to do a specific set of things in a row that you can get while playing Zinch. Which I don't know how they're going to be able to solve it necessarily, because it's a bit of a doozy. But I did get that submitted today, which is good. So that hopefully it can be resolved at some point when they have time. Hugh, good to see you, dude. Always pleased to see your lovely self popping in to say hello. Have I seen the Guardians YouTube fan animation? Yes! I love that animation. I love the Guardians animation. I really wish the fellow who made it was open to commissions and would do more. But I think they kind of made it as just like a one-off thing. Or at the very least, they did not. They're difficult to find, because I think the YouTube channel it's on right now isn't even the original person that created it. Someone like re-uploaded it, because I think the original, I don't remember why, but I believe the animator took it down. Oh no! Ooh, I just made a mistake. Well, that Slon's about to die. Sorry, bro. Give me these. Well, wait, hold on. How good is this army? Yeah, sorry, Mr. Slon. I didn't mean to get you killed. It wasn't my intent. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, boss. Oh, I made a mistake. Yeah, because this guy is going to move to attack him. Well, okay. Maybe. I don't think he can actually get around this settlement unless he's in underway stance. So maybe he won't be able to get to the Slon. Especially if Krokar kind of like cuts him off. We'll hope for the best. We'll hope for the best. Why do all the realms besides Azir have maps? Because Azir is not a playable location. Which I know may sound a little bit crazy. But Azir is basically like the safe zone for the forces of order. So it is not possible to get into Azir for the baddies. So there's no maps of it because there's no fighting happening in Azir. How was the weather from last night? Stormy. It was a big ol' storm. Big ol' storm. Cinderbreath versus Grimlock without their riders. Who's walking away? Cinderbreath is more specialized. Well, it would depend on the terrain. It would depend on the terrain. If it was just like out in the open, good old Cinder Breath would have a pretty significant advantage, due to the fact that it can fly. It can fly quite well, and would be able to very effectively terrorize. Like, it would be able to do like a lot of hit and runs, and it can also breathe fire. And Grimlock would struggle to get it onto the ground. If there was any kind of terrain whatsoever, I think Grimlock would probably take it. Because Grimlock is far more specialized into killing other large creatures. And also is like a very skilled ambush predator that knows how to use terrain to kill larger things. Would Zatan the Black be friendly? Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. If your sentence begins with the words, would Zatan the Black be friendly? The answer is no. It does not. Whatever you're about to say after that does not matter. The answer is no. just straight out. Zatan the Black is a horrible, horrible, horrible little dwarf. I was about to say little man, but he's not a man. He's awful. He is objectively awful. Yeah, no, would not recommend getting anywhere near him for any reason. God, I hate when they just keep dashing away from you. Okay, Krokar's chasing him down. You need to march for Teotihuacan because I know there's a big fat Zinch army heading right for it. They're coming right for it. Do I want to build the Golden Tower of the Gods yet? I do not think I do. I think I want to wait just a little longer. Do I want to do the Rite of Ferocity? Yeah, let's go ahead and do the Rite of Ferocity. Because my troops are fighting pretty consistently here. Wouldn't Zatan the Black be friendly towards Gortha Cruel? He would be subservient towards him. I don't know if friendly is the right term. You have a good one, dude. Pyrrhic victory, my ass. Do I care enough, though? That's the real question. I'm only going to lose 2 skink units that I don't really care that much about. Yeah. 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 Okay. Once again, the Skaven have been contained to one side of the map. Now, Krokar, for the love of all that is holy in the Old One's name, can you please run? And let's get this situation under control. If I can just take this settlement, the rats will not be able to get past me again. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and grab Neutralize Chaos because I know they're coming. We're also gonna go ahead and get Extinguish the Greenskins because it lowers enemy reinforcement times. Sotek claims to love the lizardmen, but lets skinks die. Curious. Listen, they're serving their purpose in the Great Plan, all right? It's not personal. It's not personal. Are Bjornlings good Norskins? What do you mean by good? Define good for me. How dare you flatten me at this moment in time? How dare you? How dare you? Hey, Seba210C and Zernoff, welcome to the stream. Good to see you both. Thank you so much for coming. No, you're not getting peace. You're getting death. You've been a thorn in my fucking side this entire campaign. Whoops, don't whoops. Oh, I accidentally spent 2,000 points. Who could have... whoops. Who could have imagined that? Whoops. Fucking whoops. Okay, can I finally... Yes! Garrison structure. It's almost defendable. Let's go ahead and get you another spawning unit. I will take... I'll take a Blessed Stegodon. Well, do I want a Blessed Stegodon? Yeah, I think I do. Blessosaurus Spears would be an improvement over my regular ones. Let's do that. We can fuse these two and then drop the lowest. Yeah, that'll work. Feeling skinny? Looks at Jiggle Gut. No. No! Bjornlings worship southern gods and tend to trade. Yeah, most of the Norskins, it's not just the Bjornlings, it's the tribes along the southern coast of Norska tend to be significantly more interested in trade than just purely raiding and violence. There's more nuance. The northern tribes are a bit... Let's just say they're not particularly friendly. Sotek's trail is mine. Oh, the dwarf's gonna retake Karak Zorn? Good for them.
Token trinket to give to Frot.
Good for her.
Good,
okay.
good. I accept your offering for Mulder Clan.
Matters appear to be
Hendrik
stabilizing.
Bibik donated €6 through Super Chat.
Hey, Hendrik, how
Chaos
you doing?
gods in WHF are defined by desire to destroy the world. Now that is achieved, what defines chaos gods in Eos?
You won't believe this. You won't believe this. They want to destroy the realms again. Shomek, is it true Games Workshop is scared of Felinids? I don't know if it's scared is the right term. They don't really want anyone to expand on them. They're not... I wouldn't say they're afraid of people mentioning them, but what I would say is that they don't want anyone to, like, explicitly expand on what they are. Games Workshop, I think, very much wants the Felinids to remain a mystery. And not something that is like an explored aspect of 40k. Now, why that is a matter of debate. But it's one of those topics that they just don't really want any of their authors to engage with. Like, I think they're fine with people like talking about Felinids, making memes about Felinids, like doing all that stuff, but if it's like an official Games Workshop publication, hey, the dwarfs retook Karak Zorn during the WoW, so the Greenskins didn't even get to keep it. Look at that. And I think it's because there's this is gonna sound very stupid, but I'm being 100% genuine here. And I don't know if this is true. I have no idea if this is true. But I would guess that GW is keenly aware of the fact that people want the Felinids to just be cat boys, like sexy cat boys and sexy cat girls, and like that's it basically. And then there are other people that are like, no, they should be like super horrific, weird looking like human cat type hybrids, and they should be like really fucking bizarre, and like unpleasant to look at, and yada 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 yada. And I think GW has kind of hit a point where they would rather not confirm or deny anyone's preference. Malagor just showed up. His Brayherd spawned in earlier, but he just took it over. He's been here for a hot second. Yeah, 10% speed on cold ones. Hell yeah, there we go. I'm hoping he'll stay there, because if I could get his defeat trait on Krokgar, that'd be really nice. It's a bit silly since Fantasy with End and even Total War will get Tigerman. Yeah, but that's different. I know it doesn't sound different, but it is different. The Tigermen of End are like, it's a lot. There is particular inspiration that can be taken from written, like artistic depictions of certain creatures and characters in various like Indian works, whereas the Felinids are quite literally just like, they are humans with cat-like features. But like, what kind of cat-like features? Are they like the Tigermen? Which, like, I think, and I could be wrong, but I'll go ahead and say this. I think pretty much everybody knows what a Tigerman of End is going to look like by imagining the word Tigerman. Like, it's probably a big, like, buff dude with tiger fur and tiger patterns and a tiger's head, but he's, you know, bipedal and wears clothing and armor and wields weapons. But like, is for the most part a pretty standard fare. There's not, I don't think there's gonna be any mystery to what that is. Oh, here we go. Oh wow, he made a fucking Herdstone using the Skaven stuff. Well, I have to kill you now. Ooh, this looks like it'll be a really fun fight, actually. Yeah. Yeah, this looks fun. This looks fun. That's a big Beastman army with a fun Brayherd and everything. I gotta throw down with this. I gotta throw down with this. I'll even let him get all his reinforcements because I'm nice. Because I want to really slam into this Beastman horde and rip them apart. Oh nice, you're on a pterodon now. That's good. I still find it kind of hilarious that the way Creative Assembly quote-unquote solved the issue of the skink, blessed skink cohort not getting their poisoned attacks, because, or not getting their armor sundering attacks, because it was being overwritten by the poison attacks, was that they just completely removed the poison instead of, like, I don't know, allowing us to have multiple contact effects.
Through Super Chat. What would the colleges of magic be like if it was a dark elf who helped found them before Teclis? Just to deprive the S of the chance mostly.
Malagor, are you coming at me, bro? He is coming at me. That absolute shit. I was gonna be nice, dude. I was gonna let you have, like, wind-up time, and you're coming down here into my neighborhood? Bro. Bro. Oh my god, this man has a death wish. Hold your fire, Skinks. Just get out of the way. Crocker's gonna kill him in like 5 hits. I don't think his reinforcements are even gonna make it in time. Nope, they are definitely not. Well, I tried to give him a fair fight. He just wasn't interested. He was not about that life. But you know, fair. You know, fair. Sometimes you just want to get your ass kicked, I guess. Now the real question is, does he get away? Survey says yes, he does. Wow. Can you catch him? I would actually prefer if he did not get away. You're a little faster than him. Okay, here's the real question. Can I, using Urian's Thunderbolt, hit this guy while he's midair? Okay, let's try here. Oh. 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 Oh, just missed. Oh, I just missed. Oh, it was so painful. I was so close. Whatever, just see if you can kill him. Oh, that was so... Y'all saw that, right? That was so close. Okay, I've got 10 more seconds till the... Oh, wait, no, I can just hit in battle. It's fine. Oh, that would have been so good, dude. That would have been like a legendary moment if I landed that. I think I get one more shot before he hits the end of the map. Fuck it. I'll try throwing a comet at him, too. You never know. Oh, that was way too close. I think? Yep. Oh, that was really close, though. That one was too far to the left. Damn, I almost had him every single time. I almost had him every single time. What would the colleges of magic be like if a dark elf helped them? They would be the dark colleges. Which, actually, there used to be a dark college of magic back in the day. But in like old editions of Warhammer. But functionally, the dark elves would teach humanity how to wield dark magic. Like how to use it to its fullest potential. Meaning that they would mostly revolve around the humanity would probably be much more how do I even say this? I mean, it would be very interesting, to say the least, of that they probably would not have separate colleges like they do now. It would probably be more about trying to understand how to wield as many different kinds of magic as possible simultaneously without pushing yourself so far that you basically like explode. I think it would be, I mean, it would be much more dangerous, but at the same time, I think one could very reasonably argue that humanity would also be, in many ways, much better equipped to actually deal with chaos, because they would have a much better understanding of it because of Marathi's teachings. Like, their understanding of what precisely chaos is and how to try... the Empire would be much more focused on trying to dominate chaos instead of just, like, passively... or trying to simply destroy it. Which would be very interesting. It also would mean that Ulthuan would be, like, far more isolationist. Like, obscenely. I think because of the Dark Elves getting that relationship... Oh, I got an unusual location? Oh, no, not the... Oh, wait. Oh, it's the Tower of the Cabal. Ah, maybe this will be a campaign where I actually try and do this one. Defeat 20 or more legendary lords. And then go to that region. I have never actually gotten a Cabal proc, because it's such a bitch to activate. Maybe this will be the campaign I finally do. All right, finally I can get myself. Don't want to tuck now. I'll do strong. It's me. Oh, nice. I actually got the Drakefire handgun, which is going to be really good on him. Yeah, it gets rid of the poison, but worth. Worth. Other Trickster Shard would be good on my Scar Veteran. At least for the moment. Yeah, we're gonna have this guy come join Krokgar's army. He has a cool mount? Yeah, it's Troglodon. That's Chloe, actually. So for anyone knowing, I'm not joking. This is legit me. The Loremaster. This twin-tailed skink is unusually gifted in the pursuit and interpretation of ancient lore and often found astride his trusty Troglodon, Chloe. Which Chloe was my dog when the DLC this guy came with, which was the Hunter and the Fury. The Hunter and the Fury. When that came out, Chloe was my sweet. I miss her so much. Perfect Great Pyrenees. She was amazing. But sadly, she has since passed away. Because life happens. And she was pretty old. I miss her. Sorry, Silence in the Fury, not Hunter in the Fury. I was thinking Hunter and the Beast. Yeah, Silence in the Fury. Do I approve of safe scumming to get 19 Soteks and a Slon as an army? Sure, why not? Listen, if you're playing single player, who gives a fuck if you safe scum? Oh my god. Oh, he's in Rycetra. I didn't even realize that. I did not realize he had another settlement there. Son of a bitch. Oh, Slon, you gotta get down there, dude. I'm so sorry. No, I don't remember when exactly, Silence in the Fury came out. Or the Silent in the Fury. But I know Chloe was alive. Because I did a video. There's a video somewhere on my channel where it's me sitting on the couch with Sadie. Not Sadie. Sadie's my current dog. With Chloe, and I like talked to the camera with her just chilling with me on the couch. Into 2021. Yeah, man, that actually, now that you mention it, yeah. So she would have died the following year. Yeah, she did. Yeah, because Chloe died in she died in, I think, September of 2022. Because I remember, like, COVID stuff was kind of still going on. Because the only reason I remember that is that when we were, she started having heart problems, and then amidst her heart problems, we had started getting her, like, we got her on heart meds and everything, and her health was starting to improve, and one day we were all just kind of hanging out and stuff, and there was this fucking squirrel, this piece of shit squirrel, that was outside, and Sadie saw it, and she loved chasing squirrels. She loved chasing squirrels. And so she tried to chase the squirrel, And when she did so, she just moved too fast and too suddenly for her age. And she tore her, basically like the dog equivalent to her Achilles tendon. She tore it. And the problem was that because of her age, and because of the fact that she was having bad heart problems, she couldn't do surgery. She wouldn't survive surgery to have her tendon repaired. And with her tendon torn, like, she couldn't really use that leg very well, so she wasn't able to be very mobile. And since she wasn't able to be very mobile, her heart problems were going to get worse. Because the issue, like the big thing about her heart, was that she needed to be moving in order to make sure that like there wasn't any like fluid building up in her lungs and all that other stuff. So it left us in this horrible position of there was just nothing that could be done. So it was just like the combination of things. We couldn't solve both issues. We could only solve one issue or the other, which was a heartbreaking realization. So, you know, we did the only thing we could do, which is that we scheduled to have her put to sleep. But, and I will always be so happy I did this, instead of taking her to the vet, she fucking hated the vet. She was very well behaved. Like, she was an absolute sweetheart at the vet. But she was, like, terrified the entire time. She would just be shaken like a leaf in the wind. And so I called up, this lady who would come by your, they come to your home, and they put your pets to sleep at your home. So they're in the comfort of their own home and in a nice, familiar, very comfortable, happy place. And I remember Chloe's health was definitely declining. And we had it like scheduled, like, oh, they're gonna come over at this date, and then we're gonna, you know, get it done. But someone in my family, I think it was my sister, I can't remember who it was, but someone in my family got COVID, and so we had to, like, we couldn't just, like, even though we didn't want to delay at all, we couldn't, morally, we couldn't take, we didn't want to, like, lie to these people who are going to be doing us such a profoundly deep and important service. So we called them up and we told them, like, hey, like, we realize this is probably going to be an issue, but just so you know, we have, like, somebody in the house has COVID. Like, we're happy to, like, mask up and, you know, do all that shit. Like we do it anyway, but we want to let you know that we do it. And, you know, we would love, if at all possible, for you to, like, still come over and do all this. But it turned out the lady doing it, I think, was, like, immune compromised, and, like, her life situation was basically that it was just not going to be possible. Which was definitely, I remember that sucked, because it was totally understandable, and we were like, okay, we definitely made the right decision by telling her, because that would have been really awful for her to come over and for us to, like, have put her and her loved ones in danger. But it meant we had to wait, like, another, I think we had to wait, like, another, I think it was a week, that we had to delay putting Sadie to sleep, and that was really hard. Luckily, if anything, Chloe had a bit of like a kind of a final surge there at the end, where she kind of started pepping up a bit, and she Like, it wasn't like she was miraculously healed by any stretch of any imagination. But you could tell that she was feeling all right. Like, she was still taking her meds, and she started climbing the stairs again. She loves sleeping in my closet every night. And she was reasonably comfortable, is probably the best way I can put it. But I remember that was rough. Oh, you lost your kitty, Chloe, in July. I'm sorry to hear that. Living Legend, started to hear about your dog as well. Like, I've lost 3 dogs through my life now, so like for me, it's just a part of having a furry companion. Like, it's something that makes me sad, but I'm not one of those people. Like, I know some people that are like, I can never have a dog again because when the last one passed away, like, I was just utterly destroyed, and I just can't do it. Like, that's not me. I'm able to kind of like mourn them and be like, you know, I'm sad that they're gone, but it was a great ride, and we had an absolute fucking blast, and I'm excited to do it again. Like, you know, I'm excited to start my next journey. Go get the Hand of the Gods. I don't know how you're talking about this though, crying. I mourned her loss, and I'm at peace with it. Would be the best way I could just answer that. Like, I tend to... The things that upset me to talk about are the things that I regret. Like, when my second dog, Ranger, passed away, who was my dog, like the dog that I got as a kid, he was like, you know, oh, you're turning 13, you get a dog, and Ranger was the puppy I got. He wasn't a full puppy, he was like, I don't know, he was like 3 months old or something, or like 4 or 5 months old. But Rangers did not die as well as I would have liked. And I have like deep, profound regrets about that will haunt me for the rest of my life. I mean, don't get me wrong, it took time. Like, I can talk about Chloe very easily now without like it destroying me, but like it took several months for that to be my my state, so to speak. There was definitely a hot bit where I couldn't even, like, talking about her was like, oh, but you know, eventually you move past that phase. At least I did. I know everyone handles their grief differently. No form of grief is superior to another form of grief. To be 100% transparent and clear on that. There is no wrong way to grieve. Just different ways. I love that. I don't like this terrain. You know, if anything, I feel terrible with, like, I feel bad about, like, man, I wish I could guarantee the humans that I love in my life as, like, peaceful and gentle of a passing as Chloe had. Like, when Chloe passed away, it was like, man, I wish humans were given this level of courtesy. No, we have to die the shitty way.
Peasant! Peasant!
I understand it's an ethical problem. It's just an observation. It's like, oh, surrounded by loved ones and the comfort of your own home. and you're just given a little shot that makes you feel a little drunk and woozy for a little bit, and then you just relax and you go to sleep. It's like, oh, so peaceful. But no, humans gotta be shitty and have ethical problems. Do I play with any mods? Literally the only mod I have on is the one that makes the coatl for the Lizardmen have a canonically accurate head. Because the coatls of Warhammer Fantasy are supposed to have serpent or dragon heads, and for some goddamn reason, Creative Assembly gave them a bird beak. And I'm gonna die mad about it, but I at least have a mod that fixes it. And I realize it would be completely unreasonable for them to go back and, like, design a new head. Ooh, those skinks did not have a good time with that fireball. It's like, it would be completely unreasonable for CA to make a new one, but, like, God, do I hate the one that we have. I hate it! I do find it a little bit funny that, like, I feel like every time I play the older quest battles, you never know if something's gonna be a little different. Like, the dragon now spawns from behind you instead of in front of you, where it used to spawn from. I just find it funny. Like, when they update parts of the game, you never know when there's gonna be, like, some bizarre little unintentional tweak. The joys of spaghetti code. Actually, I think the wizards might actually spawn over here, so I'll send this squad over that way. Yeah, they do spawn back here. Kill them all. My skinks are not having a very fun time. Honestly, if code isn't spaghetti, it's just not in use. That's fair. Mornington Crescent. Shamefully, I just got the achievement for a long victory with the Empire just now. Oh my good lord. Mornington Crescent, how many hours do you have in the game? Do I think Total War games or more complex games... What? Oh, do I think Total War games are more complex. I assume that's what you meant to say, than Paradox games. They're different. Like they're just very different beasts. Like Paradox games, or like games that don't have a real-time battle element to them, the campaigns are infinitely more complex than like any of the Total Wars. I think Total War like Three Kingdoms is like maybe the only one that you could argue is reasonably complex, but most of them are pretty damn... I mean, the Warhammer trilogy is very simple on the campaign map compared to anything by those other devs. But the battles, like the real-time battles element, is also significantly more complex than a lot of the features that you'll find present in those games, but for different reasons. You know, where it's more about analyzing a staggering amount of units and all of their interactions and how to best utilize all these different interactions. They're just different. What's the average lifespan of a skink? 100 years. It's probably slightly less than 100, but it's stated to be about 100 years. Okay, the Cavern of Sotek, we need to get defensible as fast as lizardmanedly possible. Do I want chameleon skinks in this army, or do I want, like, bestial stuff? Oh, yeah, I forgot the Blessed Pterodon Riders are actually, like, fucking amazing. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Let's go more like full beastie on the skink squad. So let's get one of each. Or do I want Razordons? Because Blessed Razordons are pretty goated. Yeah, Blessed Pterodactyls are also really, really good. It's true. Sure. Let's have some skink presence. Let's get those. Combine these. Drop you. We can also drop the blessed ones. I don't need them. Alright, here comes the Tzeentch fleet. Wonder if the Lizardmen novel will follow with the Lizard refresh next year for AOS, like the rumor suggests, get us to the Western Theater 2nd edition. That'd be cool. I would not be upset. That's a nasty Tzeentch army. Holy shit. Chosen, Forsaken, Chaos Knights, 5 fucking units of Centaurs of Tzeentch. 3 Excel. Oh my god. Yeah. Die, please. Jesus me. That is the textbook definition of unpleasant. Paradox games have the problem that they may seem complex, but many systems have become check marks in reality because of the illusion of choice versus the reality, which is one is just which is that there's just like one superior set of choices. Yeah, I can see that argument. Get that devastating flanker. Blood and Flock of Doom. Oh, I can get a Skink Chief finally. Oh, Discipline Skink Chief. Hell yeah. Get your ass over here. Get your ass over here, son. We got work to do. We can put the Venom of the... I don't know where I want to put the Venom of the Firefall. Also, for the sake of variety, I'm going to put you on a gold one. I like all of my characters on different mounts. Because I'm weird like that. I know it's better and superior to have him on a fucking Carnosaur, but I can't help myself. I just like variety. I cannot help it. Could I use my nagging powers to get better music in the game? I wish. I don't think that's something that would fall under my even in the most generous interpretation of things I could realistically push for. Though I dearly wish that I could. Because I very much agree. I am not a huge fan of the music in this game. I have heard rumors about that particular topic, but they're only rumors and it's not my story to tell. Ow. Have I played Eternal Darkness? Nope, don't even know what that is. What time is it? 2:30. They could just add a checkmark to have extra music or not? Yeah, but you have to pay someone to make the extra music. It's the problem. That's not something that a dev can just like, wahaha, like just kind of magic out. God damn it, he keeps hitting me with the mutagenic energies. Stop! It hurts. You absolute bastard. God, Zinj is the worst. I swear to God. Oh, Biofoot, that's awesome. I hope y'all having fun. I'm sorry I couldn't join. Dude, I know, the trailer music is so good. But I think the trailer music is made by someone different than the guy that makes the music for the main games. The trailer music is so goated. Like, to my understanding, take this with so much salt, like mountains of salt. You cannot have enough salt for what is about to come out of my mouth. But to my understanding, whatever team was in charge of the music for the Total War Warhammer trilogy, basically said, or had determined something along the lines of that, oh, the point of the music in a Total War game should be to be like quiet and not quiet, but like it shouldn't take you out of the gameplay. So like the music should not distract the player. Is basically is my understanding of whoever it was that said that thing. And I don't agree with that because the only video games I know of where people are like, oh, thank God that this game does not, or is more like, is much more ambient and much less not loud, is like horror games. Like, if your game is gonna ride or die on its atmosphere because it's like a horror game, then okay, yeah, sure. I think you have a pretty reasonable argument for making sure the music is like couched in the back. But that's not what Total War has been traditionally. Like, and one of the biggest consistent complaints, like people just being like, oh, this is a bummer, about Total War Warhammer, is that the music sucks. like there are consistent reviews about Total War Warhammer where one of the like defining comments is like, man, I wish the music was good, unlike fucking like in the old Total Wars where the music is like iconic enough that people remember it and are like, oh yeah, that soundtrack was banging. No one would ever say that about the Warhammer trilogy. Ever. There is now the Warhammer trilogy trailers. Absolutely. People love the Warhammer Fantasy trailers. Like everybody loves like the ogre singing song and the vampire coast song. Like that stuff, goated, awesome, great. Ugh, my brother's here. Yep, he is definitely here. Great. I love my brother, but he likes, oh God, he likes to visit very unexpectedly. And while I love him, he has a bad habit of, when he visits, he likes to try and do things like various projects, and always ropes my ass into it. And it's very annoying. And he better not do that today, because I actually do have a busy day. Put him in a headlock. He's my elder brother, to be clear. And my elder brother is quite a bit stronger than I am. While I chose to do a route in life of music for my education and yada 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 yada. My brother was a hardcore athlete. I'm the youngest? No, I'm the middle child. So my brother is the eldest. I'm the middle child, unfortunately. And my sister is the youngest. So not only am I the middle child, but I'm also the you know, the spare. Not that my parents ever in their wildest dreams considered treating me worse or anything like that. I swear I'm just making a joke. But it does make me laugh. Let's see. And while I don't see eye to eye with my brother on a lot of things, I do have quite a bit of respect for him.
You seek the favor of Iron Peak.
Yes, I do.
I'm listening.
Okay, I will join your war against the Court of Liberis if you will give me a trade agreement. Good dwarf. Finally. Get that shit moving. If you were Nehekarn, you'd be king? Yes, yes I would. If my family was royal. Yes, we will be playing Vermintide very soon. Vermintide will probably what we'll play on Halloween Day. Because Vermintide's reasonably hectic and horrifying and chaotic. Those rats are getting awfully close. And, this shit is still building! It's mostly a slave army. I think I can beat them back. I'm just waiting for the mutagenic energies to end. So one more turn before Krokar can finally heal. The good news is, though, I did get the attrition low enough that most of my units are barely taking any damage. Mr. Slon, if you could use some regiments of renown and spawning sequence stuff to kill all of those Skaven, I would be deeply appreciative. He says as he goes into absolutely horrific amounts of debt. Is this enough? No, I need a little bit more AP. So if I could get like... Oh shit, I may have blown my load a little bit. Well. It's gonna have to be Cold One Spears. Man, if I had Dwellers Below, I would be like, oh, I can do this easy, but I don't have Dwellers Below, which means I can't do this easy. Hey, Magus Bunny Mom, how are you doing? Hope you're having a great day. Alright. Now, he has mostly Skaven slaves. I am a little worried about the Deathglow Bombardiers, but we do have the Ripperdactyls to deal with them. I can also hang out on this high ground, and he might come towards me because he's a vastly superior force, allegedly. Oh, we also have Blessed Temple Guard, that's true. And we do have a unit of Blessed Croxagors, which will absolutely annihilate the vast majority of those rats. Let's see what he does. Is he going to sit there and wait for me? Yes, that is okay. I can work with that. Because what we can do is get everyone into position. And then... What was that? Did I just see a projectile? No, I think I hallucinated that. Okay. Because I'm happy to take all the time in the world to let my Winds of Magic build up a lot. Because what we can do with the Slon is just Awakening of the Wood and just pop, 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 pop. Wolf Spowl, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Doom Rocket, thank God this is not Clan Scurrier. If this was Clan Scurrier, I would genuinely be shitting my pants right now. Am I in range? Not yet. Little closer. Plague monks, huh? Alright, we're gonna fall back a smidge and let the Slon work his magic. Nice. I'm in no rush, rat boys. You just want to sit there and get my wood. Never mind. I'll keep giving it to you. I got the stamina. Oh, here he comes. Okay, and we're just gonna fall back so that he doesn't have a high ground advantage. In fact, if we hustle, we might even be able to get up to the high ground, so we have the high ground advantage. Hey, Razor Dragontail, how you doing? It looks like he's slowing down a bit. That's fine. We're gonna have the Slon turn around and say, "Keep up, fucker."
No, magic attack.
Magic attack indeed, little rat.
I'm wizard.
Wow, these guys, these Skaven slave singers are itching for a bruising. Ripperdactyl's about to rip him a new one. Ha! Get it. I am very clever. Just gotta watch out for ow! And gutter runners. Cover those flanks. Hopefully they're able to deal with that. Gutter runners are kind of a nightmare for them. Actually, I lied. I got a much more important job for y'all. Get your asses over here. Those death globes are not going to kill themselves. Did they increase the spawn rate for special locations? I think a little bit, but there's also just more of them. Because it just depends on various factors. Oh, hurry, Rippers, hurry. Yeah, good boys. Go help. Croxagors, crush that man's balls. We're gonna make absolutely sure the death globes are dead. Ugh, warp grinders. Suddenly wishing this was a combat salon. Okay, you go that way. Y'all are going to fly over here and obliterate those warp grinders as quickly as I was about to say humanly possible, but lizardly possible. Good job, Rivers. They will not be coming back anytime soon. Alright, I'm pretty sure we got this. It's a little messy, but it's going alright. We're looking for stacked units, preferably. Rippers, all in the air, please. Thank you. Make sure those don't come back. Slon, let's go get involved in this fight so that I'm close to the Temple Guard. And I can get a nice heal here. Yeah, because we gotta make sure the Warp Riders don't come back because that AoE damage really hurts. Okay, good job, good job. Get your asses over here. Woohoo! Good job, boys. Good job, boys! I do love the smell of running rat in the morning. Oh, damn, they took out like all 3 of those units at once. You'll love to see it. Alright, y'all get up in the air and come shatter this side flank over here. We can get them up and then come in and break these halberd rats. Because that devastating flanker hits really goddamn hard. Okay, enemy general's defeated. We're almost in position. And... dive! 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 Oh, so good. Oh, y'all are bunched up. Get owned. Victory! We have victory! Good. Combat Slon will never not be funny. Yeah, sadly, this is just a mere 3rd generation. Did y'all know we're actually missing a generation in Total War? In the lore, there are 5 generations of Slon, but in Total War, there's only 4 generations of Slon. I have filed a complaint about this, but as of yet, there has not been much motion on getting the 5th generation put into the game, which I understand is not a priority, but I would like to see it. Because currently in the game, there's the 1st generation with Lord Croak, and then there's 2nd generation, 3rd generation, 4th generation, 5th and 4th generation. But there actually is no 5th generation in the game. Yeah, dude, the Cold One's mopped up 738 kills. Holy moly. Yeah, Tech Priest, I agree. 5th generation should be all about, like, infrastructure buffs and, like, campaign goodies and, like, defending in sieges. They should be really good at defending in sieges. Like, I'd even give them, like, a unique ability that maybe they get, like, maybe they have, like, an improved force field. Oh, good. Our Slon didn't die, so that's nice and welcome. Bit of a surprise, but a welcome one. Now I gotta disband all these units because they cost a fuck ton of money. Actually, no, I can hang on to them for a little bit. In fact, actually, you know what? Hang on to them and go on the offensive, Mr. Slon. It's the only way. We take the fight to the rats. I think I have a debuff on this settlement. Yes, I do. Oh, could you wound one of these heroes? Because that would actually help a shit ton. Oh. Well, you tried. No! Critical. Oh, my God. How dare you fail me, little priest. Little priest. I want Grease's speed Slon. The 400 speed Slon just on the motor scooter from hell. Just leaves like a trail of fire behind him. Perk for the 5th generation Slon is that it gives Garrison Sally. That'd be cool. I don't know if that would work on a Lord. That'd be tricky. All right, we take the fight to them. And I got overzealous. That's okay, it happens. Yeah, you just keep cursing the border with Zinch for the moment. Yeah, Living Legend, that would be a cool idea. Do we start a new campaign? I guess technically, but I haven't played a Total War campaign by myself on stream in like weeks. All of the Total War I've been playing has been co-op, or yeah, co-op campaigns. Is it that the later generation slot are worse, or that they are not specialized in combat? They're not worse, they just are specialized in different things. The 5th generation Slaawn were more focused on repairing the, they were the most numerous and the youngest, so they were the most, like, fiery tempered. Pyrrhic Victory? Yeah, cool. I'll take it. Fix my economy and almost wipe out the rats in one move? Yeah, I suppose. Okay, I really, really, really need to get fucking, whatever it is, Dwellers Below, because that'll make my Slaawn much more equipped to deal with this shit. Alright, I'm just gonna pace back and forth menacingly. And we're gonna save up our money. We're gonna save up our money so we can fucking get the Tower of the Gods. Because if I can get the Tower of the Gods, then I can have a fucking functioning economy. Have I tried the Hecklius overhaul mod? Generally, I stay away from overhaul mods. Because they tend to rather dramatically change the game. I need help. Next campaign, Archaon or Greasus? Greasus. Do Greasus. Because Archaon will have new toys to play with come December 4th. With all the new Zinch units. Or, Slaanesh. Do I have all the achievements done? I have most of them. I'm waiting until the next DLC to get the last, like, 4. Because it's, I think I have to win a very hard, I don't remember what campaign it is. It's a campaign. I just can't remember which one. I think it's High Elves. Oh, that Zinch army is ambushing and I still can't see him, even though I'm in Astromancy stance. That's impressive and annoying. Alright, well then I'm gonna hide and see how he likes it. Why don't you come and eat my nuts, Zinch? He didn't fall for it! Alright, I think that's a good stopping point for today. That way, when we come back next time, we can just jump into a real big battle. So yeah, we'll just kind of like chip away at this campaign once in a blue moon. I'm not gonna be. I don't think I'll play every day because I still have a lot to do for like Final Fantasy and a bunch of other stuff. We gotta finish Silent Hill. We got a lot more stuff going on. But yeah, cool, great, awesome. So hopefully y'all had fun. This was just a chill stream that I just wanted to do. Because we don't have Lorebeards tomorrow, I will be back later tonight for another big chunk of Silent Hill 2. I don't think we're going to finish the game tonight because we're at the very end of the 3rd dungeon, and then there's a 4th dungeon to my understanding, and then I think that's the end of the game, but I don't know. So but we'll definitely be back with more Silent Hill later this evening, probably around 9 to 10 p.m. CST. No, Lorebeards got moved to Monday due to scheduling conflicts. So the Witch Hunter episode of Lorebeards will be on this Monday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, 10 p.m. British time. It's not because anyone's sick. It's just scheduling fuck ups. Yeah. Cool. Oh wait, no, I do have to do something early on Sunday. Yeah, we'll play some Silent Hill tonight, but we're definitely not gonna finish the game because I do have to go to bed at a reasonable-ish hour. Anywho, thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you had an okay time, and I will see you guys next time. I'm gonna find somewhere for us to raid. We got some like really nice, lovely Twitch raids today. Really and truly. So, anyway, I will see y'all, if not later tonight, then hopefully, sometime in the future. And please take care. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.